bass up loud. Slide, glide, choking on that leech. 2 miles per hour, so everybody teach. Ride, got the top let down. Leaning to the right with the bass up loud. I slide, glide, choking on that leech. 2 miles per hour, so everybody teach. You see the European grill, so the lips glitz. Tank full of Theraflu, cause I be in them shit. Brick slip, roll with me, catch a contact. High definition, popping, flipping out the armrest. See, I'm a rider, dipping in the catalog. Just got it fitted on some shit I need a ladder for. Come up in your hood stunting when I leave, dude. 2 miles per hour, so everybody sees you. I can't deny, I feel I'm such a fly guy. Top job, call him Sleepy Hollow when they ride by. I know the haters can't stand. I ain't got a blemish on my Jolly Rancher can. Ride on, ride. Top let down. We been through the crowd with the bass up loud. Just slide on the slab when I creep. Take a bath for you put.
What's happening? What's happening with it? Yeah, we live. Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. And when you come in the building, make sure that you smash on the like button. Jump in the comments. Let me know you're in the building. Let's see who we got in the building. We got the Queen. Lania is in the building. Glover, boxing and more. What's going on with it? Hope everything is going okay with you. And I got David Benavidez over everybody. YY9302010. What's happening with it? Keith Johnson, what it do? DP Rocker, Ketty P504. Randall Bivens, what it do? The Queen Cassandra Mason is in the building. Johnny Q, Jay West, Detroit, BC, what's happening with it? Coach Amber, what's going on with it, Queen? Yeah, and if you feel offended, I'm talking to you. Yeah. But yeah, we definitely gonna cook. You know, we definitely gonna cook up today. It's a lot going on in these boxing streets. So like I said, come in the building, smash on the like button, and get ready for the cook up. Doug right side, what's happening with it? I see you. Always on the right side, never on the wrong side, Mr. Respectfully. Yeah. Yeah. But it's just a lot going on in boxing. Shit is heating up. It's really heating up in boxing. And we gonna definitely cook on it. Because I got a lot to say. Battlefield boxing, MMA, what's happening with it? Mark Nash, what it do? And Mark Nash, tell your partner, set that up. Let's set that up. I'm serious about that. But let me see. Who else we got in the building? G Lex, what's happening with it? Like I said, any gym, tell them to set it up. Todd Swindle, what it do? Straight from that ATL. Ricky Williams, Mr. Make Up and Fight. What it do, Ricky? Hey, Ricky, me and you might have to have a discussion on this show. And salute to my brother, Ricky. But let me know if you got time in a little bit, Ricky. Money Brown, what's happening with it? What it do, Money? Jermaine Bean in the building. Too Elite, what it do? Yes, sir. Johnny Q, what's happening with it? But yeah. Nate Woolbright, what it do? Oh, okay. I see. I hear you, Ricky. But man, a lot to talk about. First thing I want to cook on, right? By people coming in the building. Big Ray, I see you. Is Regis Prograde, man. Regis Prograde, he's a free agent once again. You know, Regis Prograde, he's a free agent once again. Man, a lot of these dudes was ducking Regis Prograde because Regis is a champion. But Jose Ramirez, man, for years, this is not the first time. Jose Ramirez been coming up with excuse after excuse not to fight Regis Prograde. You know, he said it was a money issue this past time why he turned down the fight, but he went and fought Richard Comey and made less money. And wasn't nobody even interested in watching the fight. I still didn't watch the Richard Comey and Jose Ramirez fight. Like, who really watched that fight? You know what I'm talking about? So he was making excuses not to fight Regis. And like I said, this is probably like the third time that he turned down a Regis match. Now he's talking shit about Regis, saying that Regis is an effing idiot. He's a dummy. He don't have no business sense. But you still haven't addressed the fact that you continue to duck that man. And like I said, I like Jose Ramirez. I met him before, and he a hella cool dude. He hella cool, but let's just keep it real when it comes to the boxing. Now, Regis, right? He is a free agent. I heard Jose Ramirez. I heard Jose Ramirez say that Pro Bellum is going out of business. Now, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Money might know something about that because he got a relationship with Richard Schaefer. If Richard Schaefer was the head of Pro Bellum, and man, I like Richard Schaefer a lot, but I don't know what's going on with the business with Pro Bellum. But as far as Jose Ramirez was saying, he said that they was going out of business, and then after he said that, Regis Prograde came out and announced that he is a free agent now. Now, my thing is, Coach Amber says Jose took 30% against Richard Comey, but turned down the 30% against Regis. That lets you know everything you need to know right there. Coach Amber just laid it out for y'all. He ducked him. He was like, okay, I'll fight Richard Comey because I know I can beat Richard Comey. But in order for me to fight Regis, I don't know if I can beat him. Much tougher fight. So yeah, now I'm going to just turn him down. Unless y'all going to give me a whole lot of money. Ricky Williams says, didn't Pro Bellum just launch not too long ago? Yeah, and like I said, not talking shit about Pro Bellum because I like Richard Schaefer a lot. But if this news is true, that they pretty much going out of business, I don't know. Don't quote me. That's what Jose Ramirez said. But if it is true, seems like they went out of the business faster than they came in the business. Ricky Williams said, how come nobody talking about why Fury is ducking Usyk? Because don't nobody really care about that fight like that. Probably why nobody's talking about it. I don't think nobody really, you know what I'm saying? Like that fight, the fans don't give a damn about that fight. Let's just keep it 100, Ricky. The fans wasn't salivating at the mouth to see Fury and Usyk. Now, if you throw Wilder in that equation, or you throw Anthony Joshua in that equation, then it's a bigger fight. But man, the fans wasn't tripping on that shit. That's why nobody was talking about it, because I think that most people ain't really paying attention to it too much or really don't care to talk about it. Matthew Thomas, what's happening with it? But as far as that fight is concerned, Bob Arum says it's not an issue of ducking. He says is when you have quadruple the money on the table for them to stage a fight in December over there in Saudi Arabia, Why would you turn that down to make 4 times less money if you can make 4 times more money and just wait for the fight to happen in Saudi Arabia, closer to the winter time? Make a lot of sense to me. You know what I'm saying? If on one end, right, if I take the fight now and I can make, say, $20 million, and then, or if I wait later on in the year and y'all telling me I can make 70, 80 million or whatever, I mean, that's a no-brainer to me. To me, that's a no-brainer. I got that much patience. I'm pretty sure they got that much patience. So I'm just speaking from what Bob Arum is saying, that the Saudis want to stage that fight. They actually building the arena for that fight, and the fight is still going to happen, and they're going to make a lot more money. Ultimate Fight Club, what's happening with it? What it do? Votes UK, what's happening with it? Chef Boy ID, what it do? Matthew Thomas says, yo, I hit the like button and came through the door. He says, this is a good time to be a boxing fan. Let's just say shut up and let's fight. We the fans are here. I could dig that. I could dig that. Yes, sir. A1 Who's On, what's happening with it, man? You ready for that late show tonight? A1 Who's On, you ready for the late show tonight? Big Snapper Camper, what's happening with it? William Old School in the building. And the OG, Bruce Gas, what's happening with it, Bruce Gas? Light Skin Business, what's happening with it? I see you. True Native, what's happening with it? But yeah, y'all smash the like button as you come in the building. Like I said, we cooking up today, and we got a lot to cook on. But as far as Regis Prograis, man, who would y'all like to see Regis Prograis sign with? We know that Regis Prograis used to be with Top Rank already. When he was over there at Top Rank, he didn't really get no fights. They wasn't really pushing Regis Prograis when he was at Top Rank. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I think Regis Prograis, when he was in that tournament, who was he doing business with? Because I think he didn't even get no shot at Josh Taylor until he had left the tournament. Until he had left Top Rank. Spit boxing, what's happening with it? So, who would y'all like to see Regis Prograis with? We got the PBC. Does he go back and do business with Top Rank again? Now, Top Rank do got a lot of the 140 pounders, the bigger name 140 pounders, right? Now, PBC do got Subriel Matisse and Gary Antoine Russell and who they got? They got Rolly, he do business with the PBC. So they got some names over there, but I think the ESPN got the bigger names. But who is going to do right by Regis Prograis? Who is going to give him the fights that he needs, right? That's the question. For me, at least. That's the question for me. Let me see what y'all got to say. You talking about the Lakers? You got to, and y'all go check out my man A1 Who's On. Said he got a video dropping on the Lake Show today. Todd Swindle said PBC. Big Snapper, he said he want him to sign with PBC. Coach Amber said Regis do be making some funny moves, but Jose ducked. My man Ultimate Fight Club say his ass need to be on the PBC. He needs to fight Matisse. But you want to fight? Yeah, that'll be a dog fight, man. Him and Matthias, that'll be a dog fight. Samuel Washington says PBC fight the winner of Puyo and Rolly and the Matthias for 3-belt unification. If he go to PBC? Yeah, you right. Wait, that'll be a 2-belt unification. Because Rolly ain't got no strap, and Puyo got 1 strap. Regis got 1 strap. So it'll be a 2-belt unification. Josh Taylor got the other 2 straps. The other 2 straps Josh Taylor have and Josh Taylor and my man Teofimo Lopez, they're gonna be fighting each other. But like I said, I think if Regis Prograis, right? Let's talk about the bigger fight, the bigger money fight, the bigger fight for Regis Prograis is on ESPN. Like the winner between Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor, that is the bigger fight. But for one thing that we already know, we know that Regis Prograis, we know that Teofimo Lopez, he don't want no parts of Regis Prograis. You know what I'm saying? His daddy already made a million excuses. They could have had that fight already. See, Teofimo Lopez, he could have already been and fought Regis Prograis for that strap. And if he won the fight, he could be fighting for 3 belts against Josh Taylor. But he turned down the smoke with Regis, so we know if he wins, which I don't think he's going to beat Josh Taylor anyway. You know what I'm talking about? But if he were to win, that fight could happen. You know what I'm saying? For what? 3 belts. But he don't want that smoke. You said Taylor only got 1 belt now? I thought he still had 2. Dang, he dropped all of them titles. So who got the titles? Regis Prograis got 1. Alberto Puyo, he got a strap. Josh Taylor got 1 strap. Who got the third? Who got the 4th strap? My man Big Ray said Regis WBC, Puyo WBA, Matias. Matias got the IBF. Okay. You're right. Because I forgot that he just won that IBF. Cassandra said, you think Teofimo Lopez gonna beat Josh Taylor? Hell no. Cassandra, we gonna bet. I'm gonna bet you 30 girl push-ups. We gonna bet on that fight. I'm gonna bet you 30 female push-ups. Nah, I really don't think that Teofimo Lopez fucking with Josh Taylor. But Josh Taylor, man, that dude ain't fought in what? By the time he fought, he'd be out of the ring damn near 2 years. 2 years. Josh Taylor be out the ring 2 years by the time he fight. KG Alexander says, yo, salute my dog Big Key, aka Mr. ETB, and salute to everybody that's in the chat. Hit that motherfucking like button. It don't cost nothing. Real talk. It don't cost you nothing to hit the like button. Smash on the like button. Yeah, so man, and my man KG in the Cash App, man, I appreciate you. Much love coming through in that Cash App. Always coming through showing love. Hey, Money say, get your ass out of here with that push-up shit. Cassandra want her money. That's easy money, man. I'm going to feel bad if I take Cassandra money. You know what I'm saying? She ain't in her right mind betting on Teofimo Lopez. She is not in her right mind betting on Teofimo Lopez. Just like Cassandra don't be in her right mind when she was pulling for Gennady Golovkin ducking ass all the time. But that's between me and Cassandra. We got me and Cassandra, we're gonna do a special live stream for y'all one day, and I'm gonna have to get on her helmet about always riding with Triple G. Oh man. But yeah. So I don't know. Regis Prograis, I'm gonna say this, right? He bet not go over there and sign with Eddie Hearn. He bet not go over there and sign with Matchroom. That's what I know he bet not do. So PBC might be it. He already tried out. I think he already tried out Matchroom for a minute. He was fighting over there on DAZN, right? He was with ESPN before, and he ain't never messed with the PBC. So yeah, go over with the PBC. Like real talk, it ain't for no strap, but I want to see him and Gary Antoine Russell strap. I want to see him and Gary Antoine Russell. And what the fuck is going on with Gary Antoine Russell? Why he don't got no fights coming up? Like, what is the PBC doing with Gary Antoine Russell? Like, damn. Like, what's really going on with Gary Antoine, man? Like, Gary Antoine, they starting to push him like they did Gary Russell. He too inactive. Like, Gary Antoine Russell, man, at the stage that he's at in his career, where he's at, he should be fighting every 3 months still. Every 3 to 4 months, Gary Antoine Russell should definitely be fighting. But it's kind of like, man, these, and I continue to say it, Mr. Finesse, what's happening with it? Aiden, what it do? I continue to say this, right? These fighters, they think they could just sit back and not promote themselves on social media, right? They don't have to promote themselves at all. Oh, yeah, Gary Antoine Russell, I think he's fighting on the undercard of the Puyo and Rolly Romero. But see, that's the problem. Oh, yeah, and he did turn down that championship fight. So that is his fault. Telling you, Gary Antoine Russell, man, that's my guy. But he's going about his career wrong. He going about the fight with his career wrong. He don't promote himself. He don't do no interviews. The only time you hear about Gary Antoine Russell is when he got a fight during fight week. I'm telling you, the way that today's boxing is ran, the way that boxing is today, no matter how good he is, he's not gonna get nowhere. He's not, because the promotional company that he has behind him, they're not going to push you out there like that. They're not going to push you unless you pushing yourself, unless you create a buzz for yourself. And he's not willing to do that. And I hate to say it because I rock with him heavy, but he's not willing to do that. You know? Lania says, much love to the chat, and my brother just stopped in to show love. I appreciate you, Queen. And like I said, much blessings to you. Yeah, Mr. Finesse, closed mouths don't get fed. They don't. It's a new day and age in boxing, and that, you know, shut up, put your head down, and just fight good. It ain't gonna get you nowhere now. Like a Marvin Hagler, somebody with a Marvin Hagler type attitude, they ain't gonna go far today because they're not gonna promote them. That's why, you know, Bill Haney, I give Bill Haney props because Devin Haney don't talk too much, but at least he got Bill Haney to give him that promotion. Samuel Washington said Richard Hitchinson should have went to the PBC when he left TMT. He stuck on Matchroom with no real competition at 140. Yeah, but I think it was kind of a conflict, right? You leave TMT Promotions and then you go to PBC. And some of them said, you know, it's been said that Floyd Mayweather, you know, he got all the pull that he want over there. So if Floyd Mayweather had a holler at Al and was like, you know, hey, don't get this dude no shine. That's what some people say, you know. Floyd Mayweather said, if it's PBC, it's Mayweather Promotions too. So I don't know. So maybe that's why he went to a whole different promotional company, you know. But I think that Richard Hitchinson should have went to Top Rank. Like, why would you go with Matchroom? You should have went and hollered at Top Rank because Top Rank is going to build your career way more than Matchroom is going to build you. That's where he fucked up. He should have went to Top Rank. William Old School says, if you ain't aggressive in the pursuit of the fight, the promoters won't be aggressive getting you any fights. That's just what it is, man. It's hey, it's hard, but it's fair because it's like that for everybody. So you got to get with the times and you got to get gone. Like at one point, remember it was one point, right? And y'all smash the like button. If y'all in the building, smash the like button for me. At one point, everybody was talking about Gary Antoine Russell. One point, everybody, Cass was making videos about Gary Antoine Russell. He was out there. Well, we know why he was out there, because my brother, the late great Batman, was putting him on. Now it's like ain't nobody talking about Gary Antoine Russell no more. Shit, a lot of people didn't forgot about Gary Antoine Russell. Why? Is that's his fault. That's his fault. If you're not willing to promote yourself or go the extra mile for yourself, you think they going to be willing to do it for you? You think the next man is going to be willing to do it for you? The answer is no, and you can't blame them for it. You can't blame them for it. So, hey, I don't know. It is what it is. But moving along. Man, y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash on the like button. What I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna change it up today. I'm gonna change it up because a lot of people got a lot of stuff to say about this subject. I got a little bit of time, so I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna drop some links. Matter of fact, so I'm gonna let 3 people get up here. I'm gonna drop, because I don't want a panel full of people, but I'm gonna let 3 people get up here. So I'm gonna drop the link. The first 3 people that grab the link, they could get up here, and we gonna cook. You know what I'm saying? We gonna cook on this Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and Tank Davis also. We gonna cook on this situation. We gonna cook on the shit that Bill Haney had to say. We gonna cook because a lot of y'all is still running with that narrative that Shakur Stevenson ducked Devin Haney. I don't know how, but I mean, it sounds good to talk about, I guess, but we're going to cook on the situation, and we're going to cook on Shakur Stevenson. My man, Ricky, he was kind of lightweight shitting on Shakur Stevenson. I ain't want to give him no credit, and salute to my man, Ricky Williams. But, it's just been a lot going on. So we're going to cook. I'm going to drop the links, and I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to pin the link. And then, like I said, 3 people at a time. If somebody hop off, then somebody else can, jump on, but 3 people at a time. Let me see. Let me drop the link in the chat, and then I'm going to pin it. So the link is right there. Let me pin the link. And can't know everybody, right? Can't know. Hey, Money, you crazy as hell, Tom. hey, niggas be really on that shit too. Nigga told me he wanted to kill me. He said he wanted to kill me when he seen me. Because what I said about Tank Davis. Nigga told me that I copied and pasted the person. Hey, check this out. Right? Nigga told me that I photoshopped the purse on Gervonta Davis. He told me that I photoshopped. I photoshopped the purse on Tank Davis. Man, you can't make this shit up. Hold on. The link is right there. I'm gonna pin the link if anybody want to grab the link. And I'm gonna let some of y'all know. Some of y'all might not be allowed to grab the link because your master said that you couldn't grab a link. You ain't even supposed to be over here. You know what I'm saying? You're watching in the background, but you was told not to come over here. But for the rest of y'all, if you want to grab the link, I'm gonna let my man up here, BSC, he up here. I'm gonna let 2 more people grab the link, and that's what it is. What's happening with you?
I think Shakur want all that smoke from Devin Haney. I don't know why they running with Bill talking about, he's scared. Man, that boy want all the smoke from Devin Haney. I'm telling you, I think that boy is.
Yeah, well, let's get to it. Let's get into it, right? Let's get into it. So let me pop it off like this. Let me pop it off. We can't hear you, but you probably gonna have to go out and come in. But cause I see your lips moving. Hey, your connection was messing up, but let me pop it off real quick, all right? So you know, it's been a lot going on with this Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney shit, right? Now I'm gonna let y'all know Gervonta Davis ain't off the hook. He ain't off the hook, but we gonna get to him in a little bit. But you know, for right now, Gervonta Davis, he in the clear because everybody's focus is on Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. Now we already know that Devin Haney, he gotta go and handle his business with Vasyl Lomachenko, which in my opinion ain't no easy fight, but I got Haney winning that fight. Now we got
Haney winning that fight too.
Yeah, so we got a certain people, a certain group that's saying that Shakur Stevenson ducked Devin Haney already, which is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a pure made up bullshit, right? But also Shakur Stevenson, he let it be known, I want Devin Haney next. That's a fight that I've been looking at. I want all the smoke. Then he doubled back. And he said, you know what? Not only do I want to smoke, I'm going to beat his ass and I'm going to make it look easy. And I'm going to shock the world when I make it look easy. Right?
And I believe him too.
Hold on. Let me finish. He also said, right? Now, wait. He didn't say, but Mauricio Suleiman came and said, hey, Shakur Stevenson is going to be the WBC mandatory for whoever win the fight with Devin Haney and Vasyl Lomachenko. Shakur Stevenson is going to be their mandatory, right? Bill Haney said, we ain't going nowhere. We staying at 135. You know what I'm talking about? We staying at 135, and I made it clear to Bill Haney, okay, are y'all staying at 135 for 2023, but you ain't fighting no more, or do you want to defend the titles in 2023? He says, absolutely. When he was on here. So one thing we do know, this is what Bill is saying to the fans, that he's staying at 135, right? Well, Bob Arum said that he ain't staying at 135. I don't know why Bob is saying this. Is he telling Bob Arum behind the scenes that, look, we looking to move up? Because in one breath, Bill said he was staying at 135, but when they pressed him about the Shakur Stevenson situation, and he heard what Shakur said, he says that Shakur is bluffing. Shakur is pulling the publicity stunt, right? He says that he went to Bob Arum and asked Bob Arum about a fourth fight option at Top Rank, right? Because we all know that Devin Haney, after this third fight with Vasyl Lomachenko, is supposed to be a free agent. But he said he went to Bob Arum, asked him about a fourth fight option with Top Rank. He said he asked about Shakur, but I don't know. The way that he said that he asked about Shakur, it left a little doubt in my head, but I'm not going to call him a liar. I'm not going to say that he didn't go to Bob Arum and ask about Shakur. But he also said this, right? This is what raised my antennas. He said that he asked about Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor, the winner between Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor. Now, my whole thing is, if you saying that you're not focused on moving up to 140 right now, you don't have no intentions of moving up to 140, you stand at 135, why are you asking Bob Arum about Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor when they fight at 140 pounds? Why didn't you just go to Bob Arum and ask him about Shakur Stevenson? This is what my man, and I rock with Bill Haney. Don't get it twisted. I fucks with Bill Haney, but I'm just asking these questions because if you're saying that you went to Bob Arum, and why didn't you just ask him about Shakur Stevenson? Now, you also said that you went and asked him about Shakur Stevenson, right? But in another breath, you said, well, they haven't brought up the fight to us. Top Rank, they brought up the fight of Vasyl Lomachenko, but they ain't never brought up the Shakur Stevenson fight to us. This is what Bill Haney said. So why would you say they never brought up the fight for Shakur Stevenson, but then you said that you went and asked for the fight yourself? So it makes it hard for me to believe that you actually went and asked for the fight. Like I said, I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just saying some of this shit don't really add up. It ain't really adding up. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna let you cook, but let me finish, right? Also, right, he started talking about the percentages and shit when it came to Shakur Stevenson. Well, you know, I mean, I don't even know where that shit came from. Talking about 70-30 and all of that. And I'm like, I ain't never heard Bill Haney talk about no percentages when it came to nobody. It was just, you know, make the fight. They say everything, but let's fight. Now we got Shakur Stevenson saying everything, right? He's saying that he want to fight, make the fight happen, and it's, well, 70-30, and we need Shakur Stevenson to have the same energy for all those other guys that he said ducked him. We need him to go and do all the extra shit for all those other guys that he said that ducked him, right? So basically, you know what I'm saying? You know, Bill Haney, he can talk, but I'm catching what he's saying, and basically he's summing it up, and he's saying that, well, if he was doing all this extra shit to get a fight with all them other guys that didn't want to fight him, we want him to do all that extra shit behind the scenes to try to get a fight with us. Ain't nobody never needs to do that. But it was always shit. If they want to fight, let's fight. You say that he's pulling the publicity stunt, right? How is now that he's had a fight at 135, here's your mandatory now, he calls you out, then he doubled back and said that he's going to smoke you and make it look easy. Now he's just pulling the publicity stunt. He's bluffing. Why is he bluffing? Why can't it be he actually wants to fight Devin Haney? You know what I'm saying? Why does he all of a sudden, that's what that funny talk start happening. Oh man, he's just clout chasing. He's the publicity stunt. No, he actually wants to fight. Why wouldn't he want to fight? You know what I'm talking about? He thinks he's better. I just watched the interview. He says, you know what? I've always thought I was better. I always got the best of him in sparring. You know, he said Devin Haney a hell of a fighter, but I'm just better. He says now that sparring was, you know, a long time ago. He's gotten better and I've gotten better. We need to test our skills and see who is the best now. Now, I never seen Shakur Stevenson pull a publicity stunt or clout chase nobody. Like he really wants to fight. Now, Devin Haney has yet to respond. I haven't seen Devin. I looked on Twitter just recently. I looked on Instagram. I still haven't heard Devin Haney say anything, but you know, we know that Devin Haney is focused. Well, he did say something. He says the main thing is to stay focused. So we know that he's focused on Vasyl Lomachenko. So I'm not tripping on Devin Haney not responding because he got to get past Lomachenko first. But as far as this fight, it got to happen. You said you stand at 135. They already made Shakur Stevenson the mandatory to the winner. So yeah, that shit got to happen. All that publicity stunt and all of that shit that Bill is saying, I'm not digging that. I'm not digging that, Bill. You got to keep the same energy that you do with everybody else. And that's one of the reasons I rock with Bill and Devin heavy because they always got that smoke for everybody. I'm just saying, you got to have the same smoke for Shakur Stevenson. Shakur giving Devin his props. He's saying, hey, Devin can fight. You know what I'm saying? Devin can fight. But we need to make that fight happen. Because let's be honest, right? Shakur wants to fight Gervonta Davis more than Devin Haney because he knows that'll boost his name, right? Because he knows, okay, well, I can go back and I can get them scraps. Like it can't none of them dudes beat me anyway, so I can get the scraps, right? But if I fight Gervonta Davis, that's something that I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't purchase that shit. Like if I fight Gervonta Davis and beat him, then it catapults my name at the top of boxing along with Tank Davis and whoever else y'all want to talk about. So that's the fight he wants. But let's just be realistic. That fight ain't going to happen anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? That fight is not going to happen no time soon. So the easiest fight to make happen is Devin Haney, right? That's the fight that we got to look at. We can look at fantasy shit all we want to, but if we want to just talk about some shit that's gonna go down, that's gonna happen, well, we got to look at the Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson on the same sides of the streets. That's the fight that should happen next. So, yeah, Bill, man, Bill. I wish Bill was on here because he got to explain that different energy and that publicity stunt shit. But go ahead, my man, BSC.
Hey yo,
Go ahead.
but I really feel like Shakur want all the smoke from all them niggas for real. I'm gonna keep it 100. But if he get a fight with Tank, yeah, it'll put his name out there with everybody. But even if he lose or win, he just want that publicity out there for him. But I ain't even gonna lie. I really think that Shakur will beat the mess out of Devin Haney. I think he'll give him that work. I ain't even gonna lie to you for real. But at the same sense though, he ain't pulling no publicity stunt, man.
You cut out again, my man. My man BSC, you cut out. He didn't froze up. Go out and come back in because you cut out.
Yo, I'm back on that.
You back on. You back on.
Yeah, but Shakur though, he ain't doing no publicity stunt, man. He want all the smoke from Dave. I don't care what nobody say. That young boy got a heart of a lion. I look at Shorty like Simba for real. I'm away. I'm trying to tell you. Devin know what it is. That's why when he fight after this fight that he fight with Lomachenko, he should just go ahead and give it to Shakur Stevenson. Ain't nobody else. He said don't nobody want no smoke with him. Stay in 135, and he probably is the behind the scenes telling Bob Arm like he ready for the Timo fight. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go up to 140. But in all actuality, he ain't standing no 135. He said he gonna stand 135, but he ain't standing no 135. Because I done heard his father say it's hard for him to make that weight. How many times he done said that? He said that 100 times. He like it's hard for Devin to keep making that 135. He gotta move up. But all of a sudden now, he ain't going nowhere. He's standing at 135. I don't believe nothing that what you call say. And
You cutting out again. You breaking up.
I think he bluffing. I think he bluffing though. At the end, I'm talking about what you call Devin Father. He bluffing. I think he bluffing, man. Bill bluffing. I really do. Shakur, he said go ahead and send him that letter over. He talking about everybody talking on social media and talking to the internet, but ain't nobody making no phone calls, man. Won't you make the phone call, man? They calling them out on the internet. Won't you call? Won't you go ahead and make the phone calls yourself? Like, all right, we heard you on the internet, so we can go ahead and send you a contract. Yeah, I mean, what it is you want to do. And it'd be smart on Bob Arm to do that because that'd be in-house money on him. It'd be smart for him to make that play for real.
That's
If
a pay-per-view
anybody,
fight.
that'd be a smart play for real. All that money will stay in-house for him. So I don't see why would he pass that up. I mean, I wouldn't pass it up, would you? You got to think about it. And Shakur told it on TV after he beat what's the boy named Yokoshima? I think I said his name right. After he beat him, he's like, man, tell Devin I want all the smoke. I don't think that boy playing, and he really want all the smoke from him. And Keyshawn Davis, here another one. I mean, that little pup he talking about he wanted with Frank Martin. I don't know, boy. I think Frank Martin to dust that young boy off, man. And I don't think he's ready. He need to go ahead and just rock out with the way they building his camp. He need to go ahead and rock out that way. He talking about he wanted with Frank Martin. I don't think he want that smoke with Frank Martin, yo. Yeah, I mean, I want to see all these good fights, and that's real, yo. I want to see the Terrence Crawford. I want to see the what you call, the big
Somebody got some noise in the background. Yeah, you cutting out.
Thing for real, man. I want to see Earl. I want to see all the good fights.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. You freezing up, but man, yeah,
So
man.
far,
As far
I see that fight. they just had over what you call the fight they had like 2 weeks ago. That was man, your boy Mexican Monster did it.
Yeah, you cutting out. Hey, you freezing up a lot. Go out and come back in. Go out and come because you freezing up a lot, or your connection messed up.
All right.
Yeah. But Cortez Bowles in the building. What's happening with it, man? As far as Keyshawn Davis, right? I'm gonna say this, right? Cause I see a lot of people saying that Keyshawn Davis is bluffing, like he don't really want Frank Martin. I cannot say that he's bluffing. Now, do I think he can beat Frank Martin? I'm not finna say all that, right? I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think Frank Martin is a hell of a fighter. I think that Keyshawn Davis, he's still like, I think that I still want to see Keyshawn Davis fight, raise his level. I want to see him in there with, I don't know, y'all name somebody. I would like to see Keyshawn Davis in there with
I wouldn't mind
with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe let's say a JoJo Diaz level type fighter. I want to see Keyshawn Davis in there with somebody on the level like a JoJo Diaz, right? But if he's saying that he ready for Frank Martin, hey, put him in there. Fuck it. If he's saying he ready and he, but I heard Bomac say that Bomac, now he gave Frank Martin a whole lot, and I don't really hear Bomac give too many fighters praise like that unless they in his own stable. You know what I'm saying? Because we know Bomac, he like to run his mouth. And Bomac said, man, Frank Martin is a fucking tremendous fighter. He said that boy is a dog. He said he could fight his ass off. And Bomac was like, man, they don't need to fight right now. That fight needs to marinate. So that's Bomac. Now, Keyshawn Davis, man, he loud. And I know a lot of people don't like him because he loud and, talk a lot of shit. But he can fight. I'm not going to sit up here and act like that Keyshawn Davis can't fight. I don't know if he can beat Frank Martin, but you know what I'm saying? Like, man, they just need to, I would like to see them fight. I probably would favor Frank Martin right now because I've seen more from Frank Martin and he's been in the ring with a little better competition up to this point. So I'm going to favor Frank Martin, but I mean, it ain't no, now one of them dudes is just walking through the other one. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's a solid fight. It's a solid fight, but they're not gonna make that fight right now. But let me pass the mic to Cortez Bowles, man. I'm gonna let you cook on the the situation that we were talking about. Cortez, you on mute. You go ahead and cook. Yo, Cortez, you on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hey, but I need somebody to explain to me. Why do Tank feel like he don't got to fight these dudes? Like you keep on fighting all these old Dos Equis and Modelos drinking ass guys that we ain't never heard of, and we supposed to just keep on being satisfied with that. And I don't understand how Tank even still got a fan base that can't see past a little bit of light. Like, come on, man. He keep on fighting these dudes that don't nobody want. To me, Tank is the black Canelo Alvarez, man. I just tell you one thing. I'm going to a tank.
Your audio jacked up, Cortez. Your audio jacked up, dog.
I'm on the train right now, man. I'm on the train to California. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you better now.
I said, what I want to know is why is it that Tank is turning into the black Canelo Alvarez? Yes, can somebody explain to me why he ain't got the. Hey man, listen, I'm on the phone talking, dude. Get out my business. Shit. Fuck wrong with you, man? Get the fuck out my business. God damn, I don't know you from a can of paint. I think you're talking to me. No, it's because your problem. You're doing too much thinking and you don't know shit. Yeah. Man, I ain't gonna settle shit. You in my motherfucking shit. And you ain't even part of my last night menu, man. Hey man, I'm having technical difficulties, man. This old geezer all in my motherfucking shit like he was on my menu last night. But yeah, man, could y'all give me some explanation to what that situation is, man? Why is this dude is like moving like a sick?
Well, I give you. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna ask you, but put your thing on mute because it's a lot of noise, so people ain't gonna be able to hear us. But okay, so this is my thing, right? Gervonta Davis, right? I gotta tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? I say shit about Tank. Y'all know I be on his helmet. But as far as his last fight with Hector Garcia, I liked Hector Garcia as a fight. You know what I'm saying? I thought Hector Garcia is a hell of a fighter, and he went out and did his thing. And so I wasn't tripping about the Hector Garcia fight. All that other shit before the Hector Garcia fight, I wasn't feeling none of that shit. That Rolly and all that other bullshit, I wasn't feeling. But yeah, I'm gonna give him props for beating Hector Garcia. I think that was a tough opponent to go out and fight. And then this Ryan Garcia fight, right? Man, it's Ryan Garcia dangerous. I don't have no, and it's the way that boxing is set up today, these fighters ain't turning down all that money. Let's just keep it real. Do a lot of people look at Ryan Garcia as being on the level of a Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney? No, but we see what the fight is doing. We see that the buzz that it's getting, we see that is a huge, huge money fight. And as of right now, it's the biggest money fight in boxing. So, of course, he ain't going to turn that down. So, I mean, that kind of answered the question on the Ryan Garcia stuff. Plus, Ryan Garcia is dangerous. Now, that whole rehydration clause shit, I'm not even going to get on that because I wasn't feeling that. You can't say that a man is weak and he only got one weapon and then go and put a rehydration clause on him and then say that you would have made him drop all the way down to 126 if they would have let you. Like, nah, that I wasn't feeling that. But I'm going to say this, right? If he beats Ryan Garcia, we got to see what he do next. Now, if Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson is fighting, well, that takes both of them off the table, right? Then I would want to see him fight somebody like it's other fighters out there. You know what I'm saying? You got. I don't think that I would like to see somebody like him and Frank Martin, but I doubt they would make that fight because they still trying to build Frank Martin up. So that probably won't be on the table. But you got Regis Prograis, he fight at 140, but if you put a hot rehydration clause on Devin Haney, fuck it. I mean, not Devin Haney. If you put a rehydration clause on Ryan Garcia, fight somebody like Regis Prograis. Well, why you waiting on the winner of Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, right? And like I said, this is in case this is the scenario. Say Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson fight. Well, it ain't a lot. It's not really too many big fights out there for Tank after that. But while you waiting, you can fight Regis Prograis and put a catch weight clause on him. Fight him at 140 and put a catch weight on clause on him. Shit, you already did it. You know what I'm saying? Put a catch weight clause, a 10-pound catch weight clause on Regis Prograis. That's a good fight. I mean, it's some fights out there to be made. But it kind of like leave him in the clear if Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson fight each other. Now, if Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson don't fight each other, to me, he got to fight one of them. You know what I'm saying? Because he kind of hold the ball is in his court. He kind of, he the A side. He pretty much running shit. So if he want that fight in either one of those fights to happen, they already want to fight him, so it can happen. So, he got some options. But first, he got to get past Ryan Garcia, and then we'll see how he moves. My main thing, Cortez, is how does he move after the Ryan Garcia fight? You feel me? After he get the Ryan Garcia fight, if he get past him, then what does he do? Now, if he get past Ryan Garcia and he get to talking, hold on, put your shit on mute again real quick. If he get past Ryan Garcia and then he get to talking all of that, they don't bring nothing to the table and all that other duck talk, then we can get on his helmet. But right now, hey, ain't really too much to say. I mean, like I said, we talked about the rehydration clause shit. I'm not feeling that shit. But other than that, He not gonna fight Gary Antoine Russell. He ain't gonna fight him. And plus, it wouldn't really make no sense for him to fight Gary Antoine Russell because Gary Antoine, whether you like it or not, he's dangerous. He's a dangerous fighter, and then don't nobody know Gary Antoine Russell like that. And that's a lot of it is his fault. Gary Russell would be a bigger fight than Gary Antoine Russell. You know, Gary Russell, depending on if he gets a fight in between and then he's healthy, that's a big fight for the DMV. That'll be a very, very good fill-in fight for Tank Davis while he waiting on Shakur and Devin. But you know, go ahead and they off. But that's how I feel about the situation. You know what I'm saying? But let me see what the chat is talking about. And y'all smash the like button, man. Support the channel. Ain't none of y'all in here supporting the channel. Smash on the like button. It's 230 some people in the building. Smash on the like button. If you want to support the channel, hit the Cash App. And refresh the super chat. Because I got people calling me and they telling me that the super chat ain't working. Haney looking at the winner of T.O. versus Taylor if he beat, let me see. Queen, what's going on with it, Queen? Johnny Q said, how about Frank Martin? I already said that. I already spoke about Frank Martin. They're not going to put Frank Martin in there with Tank right now. But as far as this Devin Haney situation and what Bill Haney is saying, my whole thing is why does Bob Arum? Man, you got to put that on. Why does Bob Arum continue to say that Devin Haney is moving up to 140 pounds? Like, what is Bill Haney actually talking to Bob about? I don't know. Bucko of Boxing said them niggas hating because Tank versus Ryan about to do 500K pay-per-view buys and better, and Devin supporters don't like that. Who hating? I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean, bro? It's a whole bunch of shit going on in all different angles. So I'm not gonna just single out Devin supporters and say, because you know, hey, that shit go from all sides. My man Cornell in the building. What's happening with it? What it do? E-double-E, what's happening with it? He says Bob Arum wants them belts. But yeah, man, like my man was saying though, man, it's an in-house fight. Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson ain't no motherfucking taking and bluffing with it. That is an in-house fight. It make all of the sense, and then all the belts stay at top rank. Why wouldn't you make that fight? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you make that fight?
You keep all the belts at home and make all the money.
Yeah, you know.
Keep all the belts at home and you make all the money.
Right. But man, to me, like I said, man, this whole thing is eventually all these dudes gotta fight each other. All of that changing energy and motherfuckers want to become accountants and shit when you talk about fighting each other. I'm not feeling that. Like to me, Shakur Stevenson is one of the ones that's keeping it 1,000. Like he's keeping it the most real out of all of them. Now, like I said, Devin Haney, I'm not putting this on Devin Haney, but Bill Haney energy been a little bit different when it comes to Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else is let's fight. What's up? What we want to do? We going, you know what I'm saying? We trying to make that fight right after, but now it's a lot of different talk. So we gotta see. With Devin Haney, man. I'm not like I said earlier. I'm not getting on Devin Haney head to come out and say nothing right now because we got to expect him to be focused on the task at hand. Now, afterwards, I want to see what Devin Haney is talking about right after he fight Vasyl Lomachenko. Who is he calling out? Also, Gervonta Davis. If he get past Ryan Garcia right after that, I want to see who is he calling out. If he get to talking, right? If Gervonta Davis get to talking, and he ain't talking about Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson after he fight Ryan Garcia, then I'm gonna be on his head too. So I'm letting y'all know that y'all can get mad either way. I'm letting you know ahead of time, and I'm keeping the same energy.
I'm gonna
for
be
all
real
of them.
though. No, I'm gonna be real though. Tank already caught though Devin Haney when he was fighting. What's the young boy he was fighting? He bust up 2 times. The young the white boy over in what you call him? I can't think his name, yo. When he bust him up, Tank caught them out. He caught them out. He like, matter of fact, whoever win out of y'all fight, that's who I want to fight. So why not make that fight next? It all makes sense, man.
I mean,
I don't know why him and Devin can't come together. Go ahead. What you was gonna say?
No, I'm saying they can make that fight. Like I said, Gervonta Davis is the front runner for Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, right? So, like I said, if they not fighting each other, Tank gotta be fighting one of them. One of them gotta be fighting Tank.
I hope it is, because that's gonna be a fight. That's gonna be a show. That's gonna be a showstopper right there. Either or.
Right. So, like I said, man, it ain't like that. It ain't like that Tank is off the hook and he ain't got to fight none of these. Nah. He got to fight too. He got to fight one of these niggas too, and they all need to fight each other. But all of that, Shakur Stevenson been ducking Devin Haney like that. That shit is some of the most. And niggas is really running around with that narrative. Like, to me, respectfully. That shit is some of the dumbest shit I've heard in a long time.
Mine too. Me too. Because I think that boy want all the smoke from Devin Haney. I think he want all the smoke from him. But you hear Bill though. Yeah. You know, it's a publicity stunt. Ain't no publicity stunt. Hey, everybody else, oh, he could get it too. He could fight too. But he ain't telling that with Shakur. When it comes to Shakur, it's a publicity stunt. What publicity stunt is he trying to make? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because the young boy caught them out, not just once, not just twice, 3 times from my account. He called Devin Haney out 3 different occasions. So make the fight. Why not? The belt stay in-house. The money stay in-house. Make the fucking fight. Make it.
Right. I think, hold on, y'all. I think I got Money Brown. I think I got Money Brown and Knockout mad. They got tears in their eyes over there because I said that I was going to be on Tank helmet and he got to fight one of them. You know what I'm saying? To them, you know, I guess, well, I ain't going to say Knockout, but I know to Money, he don't give a fuck if Tank Davis fight his next door neighbor. He going to make an excuse why the fight is a great fight. That's Money Brown. You know what I'm saying? Money he gonna ride with Tank. If Tank fight a motherfucking handicapped kid, if Tank fight a handicapped motherfucking 10-year-old, he gonna tell you that the fight is a great fight, and Tank is the A side, and Tank is he doing what he got to do.
Money Brown.
I'm sorry, I made y'all mad. So I mean, I made y'all mad. But yeah, I'm gonna be on Tank helmet, just like any of these other niggas.
Money Brown, the front man for Tank and shit.
Oh yeah, Money. You know what I'm saying? I think Money. He'll jump in front of a train for Gervonta Davis if he had to.
Nigga, you better not say nothing about
that nigga saved Gervonta Davis's life. He'll take his own life trying to save Tank Davis's life.
Yes, that nigga would, boy. That nigga be like, "Don't you talk about Tank? Don't you talk about him?" He be on your ass talking about Tank.
Knockout. See, this is what I'm talking about, right? This is what I'm talking about. Knockout is mad because to him, I didn't politically correctly, right, say what I said. It wasn't politically correct to him. He says Tank he says, but you said Tank the front runner for them. It's the other way around. They the front runner for Tank because Tank is the man. My bad. Let me correct myself on that. You know what I'm saying? Let me correct myself for knockout boxing before I get him very, very angry, because I don't want knockout to get angry at me. Right? Let me correct myself. Right? They the front runners for Tank because Tank is the man. Right? So they all got to go at Tank Davis, and I don't know what Tank is supposed to do. I guess he just got to answer. I mean, you know. But yeah, thank you for correcting me, Knockout. Hey, but yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, so Tank ain't off the hook, but right now, I think he kind of like in the clear because everybody is focused on Shakur. I think the Gervonta Davis fans, right, the Tank diehard fans, they loving this shit. They like, finally, Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson is off his ass. Finally, we putting them niggas against each other, and Tank is in the clear. We gonna put them against each other, and Tank is in the clear. Hey, they sitting back like, yeah. Y'all niggas fight each other. Yeah. They loving this shit. Tank in the clear. Tank is in the clear right now. Like dude said, he says, no, Tank don't gotta do nothing. Like I just, y'all proving my point. Tank can fight my next door neighbor that ain't never fought a day in his life, and y'all gonna be like, shit, man, he the A-side. Shit, man, what you want him to do? He just fought. But real boxing fans want to see all of these fighters fight, get the smoke. Real boxing fans want to see all of these fighters get the smoke. Now, if I call my cousin, he'll lie to you. My cousin, right? He'll tell you that he's a real boxing fan. He don't know shit about boxing. All he knows is Tank. So if Tank is fighting BSC, my man BSC right here, he gonna tell you that's a hell of a fight. If Tank is fighting, if Tank is fighting my girl, he gonna tell you, well, shit. I mean, they letting transgenders come in the sport. So why can't Tank fight a woman? He should be. I mean, he's the A-side. But real fighters want to see all these.
He the A-side.
On with each other.
He the A-side.
He the A-side. He don't got to do nothing.
Tank
he does what
he call it the way he want to call it. He the A-side. He the A-side. He call it the way he want to call it.
No, I know boxing fan, boxing fan. No, I know you was. But real talk, we gotta see how all of these fighters move after they win, right? We saw what Shakur did. We saw what Shakur did and who he called out after he won. Now we looking to see what Gervonta Davis does because he's next up. And then we looking to see how Devin Haney gonna move. You dig what I'm saying? So ain't none of these niggas in the clear with me. Ain't none of them. Not Shakur Stevenson, not Devin Haney, and not Gervonta Davis. I'm looking at all of them with bifocals on. How y'all niggas moving? I know what Shakur, how he moving already. He didn't show it. Now it's time to see what they gonna do with that. Now I'm looking at Devin Haney and Shakur and Tank Davis next. Get the smoke. Get the smoke. What's happening with it? He says some people are hiding Tank in the vault and have Shaker. He says and have Shake as the security guard. Oh man, he said they hiding him in the vault. Yeah, Cassandra Keto don't want no smoke with me. He don't know shit about boxing. He know about Gervonta Davis and that's it. But hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, man, Tank is big, right? I'm gonna tell y'all how big Tank is, right? You can go up to pretty much any black male, right, and ask them, "Do you fuck with Tank?" And they like, "Man, hell yeah." Hey, I'm in the barbershop, right? One of my partners, he just got a new barbershop, right? And I go there this weekend to take my little man to go get a cut, right? So I don't know how the conversation came up. No, we was talking about the UFC. And he was like, we're going to have the UFC fights in here tonight. Slide through. And I'm like, do y'all ever watch boxing? And he was like, yeah, you know, I fuck with his man's that own the barbershop. He fuck with boxing hella heavy. Like, he know boxing like that. But my partner, he like, I watch it, you know, I don't really keep up with it like that, but I watch it. I said, all right. I said, you fuck with Tank? He was like, hell yeah. Nah, I fuck with Tank. He was like, yeah, I'm watching that Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. Yeah, I fuck with Tank. And I got to laughing because I was like, man, you can ask any nigga about Tank, and they like majority of niggas, they like, yeah, we fuck with Tank. Like,
that's all a lot of them niggas know is nothing but Tank.
Yeah, that's how that tell you how big Tank is. That tell you how that he's crossed over into that, you know what I'm saying? He damn near a household name. Now, he ain't no household name like Roy Jones or Floyd Mayweather or Sugar Ray Leonard was, because you could go ask you, my mama don't know who Tank is. But back when Roy Jones and Sugar Ray Leonard and Floyd Mayweather was in the game, like, you could go ask a nigga mama and she gonna know who they was. Now, Tank ain't hit that level yet, but he right under that level.
Yeah, you know, like he said, he about to be the face of boxing. He beat Ryan Garcia. He the face of boxing.
Yeah, he will be.
But why not take the toughest battles and to show that you are the top gun? That's what I don't get. You know, I heard something. I heard Coach Cal say, we're going to starve Haney out. You ain't starving that man out. He's making money regardless. But why not give Tank the toughest fights for him to fight to show that he's the best? Don't get me wrong. I like Tank. You know what I mean? I don't got nothing against him. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, he's from my hometown. That's where I'm from, Baltimore. But at the same sense, I'd rather that man fight the toughest battles so he could go out there and say, let your boy know who was holding him back. Y'all know who I'm talking about, who was stealing his money for years. Say, like, boy, I did it. I done fought a lot of other champions, and I beat them as well. You got nothing on me. I mean, seriously, Mayweather did it. He could do it too. And that's the truth. He could fight all the champions and beat every last one of them. He just got to come correct, though. Tank my man for real. But at the same sense, I don't just like Tank. I watch boxing. I watch a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these names, I like Shakur Stevenson. I mean, I'm telling you, I like Devin Haney. I like all of them. And that's another thing I don't like either. A lot of Spanish people, for real, they racist against us, but they can't even beat us. And that's the truth. They racist against us, and they can't beat us. And I mean, they be ducking and dodging niggas like, oh, shit. Here come that nigga. What Canelo say? What Canelo? He looking for payday. He looking for payday. No,
I'm going to say this, right? Let me say this. My whole thing, right, is about with Gervonta Davis, because he is damn near 29 years old, right? I don't like to, once you get to a certain age range and you get in that position to where you pretty much, you know, got everybody wanting to fight you, so you pretty much can pick whoever you want to fight. Once you get to that level, I don't like guessing no more, right? I don't want to have to argue with you about who is the best, right? So if Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, they get to 29, 30 years old, 28 years old, and they still ain't fought the top guys, now I'm looking at them niggas funny, like, why am I still arguing if y'all the best? Like, I should be able to, you know what I'm saying, go and be like, okay, I know he the best because he beat such and such, and y'all said he was the best. Then he turned around and beat such and such. When y'all see with Mayweather, it wasn't no argument. We knew he was the best. Motherfuckers was gonna try to argue with you. The only person they could argue with you is Manny Pacquiao. That's the only argument they had. But other than that, it wasn't no. I don't like having to guess and argue. That's why that's why I get frustrated when they get to talking about, oh man, he doesn't bring nothing to the when you know it's other fighters in that division that you in that people are looking at as the upper echelon, the top fighters, but then all the top fighters, you like, well, they don't bring nothing to the table. And you get to talking about money and this and start being the fucking accountant and why it don't make sense and we share the same fan base and this like all them excuses. I don't want to have to hear all that. I just want to be like Gervonta Davis is the best. Like, you know what I'm saying? He the best. I know he the best because he beat them other niggas that you said that was the best. Right. Or whoever, or and like I'm just using him as an example, but whoever it may be. Like when you go to Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, right? The argument been for years, who is the best, right? But we don't have nobody else in that division that you had to argue with except for Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, those two guys, right? Now they didn't took so long, they didn't let somebody else come in the picture. Boots then came in the picture. But other than that, it ain't no argument. You know that it's between those two fighters. But it shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? It's 2 or 3 other fighters out there and they been and you still ain't fought them. We need to find out.
Yeah. That's true though. That's true. And I ain't even gonna lie, I like Boots. Boots my man, yo. You know what I mean? I feel like he getting on with them two, yo. I feel like they the 3 top 147s right there. I feel like them 3 right there, they need to duke it out to see who the number 1 is. I ain't even gonna lie. But they won't let Boots in because Boots ain't got no title yet. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing holding him back. He don't have a title. If Boots had a title, he could keep up with them. But he ain't got no title. But that's Errol Spence mandatory too. That's his mandatory for the IBF and the WBC, I think. What's the young boy had to drop out for the blood? He had bad blood.
Virgil Ortiz.
They should have put him in there to fight since he's not able to take that fight. They should have put Boots in there to go ahead and fight him. And after that, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford should be fighting. And after that fight right there, Boots should be able to get in there to see who the number 1 and really 147 out of them 3. I'm telling you, they the 3 top 147s, if you ask me, between them 3. Boots, I really like Boots.
Yeah, me too. Boots, to me, Boots is a beast. You know, but man, hold on. I want to address a comment real quick, because I seen somebody, Michael Atkins. He say, first of all, you young niggas be using that cap word. Just y'all use that shit too much. You use it out of turn, right? He says, what make Devin Haney the best? Cambosos, come on, man. Stop the cap. First of all, nigga, I never said he was the best, right? I said he is one of the best. Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Tank Davis. You could throw Ryan Garcia in there. You know what I'm saying? I said he's one of the best. So what are you talking about? Stop the cap. He does have all of the belts. That's what make him one of the best. Is you retarded or you dumb? Which one is it? Are you retarded or you dumb? Does this nigga not have all of the titles? Fuck you mean? What makes Devin Haney the best? Yeah, he's one of the best.
He undisputed right
you
now.
Think that you don't know shit about boxing for writing a comment like that? No fuck, you been in the cave, nigga? Fuck wrong with these dudes?
If he undisputed, what that tell you?
Like, for real, like, what the fuck? What kind of question is that? So you mean to tell me that motherfucking Devin Haney ain't one of the top fighters at 135, but he got all the belts?
He's undisputed.
And you coming up in this motherfucker like you just finna shut shit down, talking about stop the cap.
He need to stop his cap. He bluffing like a motherfucker.
The nigga need to put on a motherfucking cap, a goddamn brain cap. He need a fucking brain cap on because he half retarded coming in here talking to me like that. Fuck wrong with this nigga, man?
It was crazy as shit, yo.
You would be saying, just dudes get up in the man. Think before you type. Type in the comments, but think before you type, because that shit was stupid as hell. My man Jermaine Bean in the building. My man Jermaine Bean. My man Jermaine Bean, he say Tank about to go to jail. So if Dev couldn't get Ryan, T.O. or Tank, he has no choice but to fade Shakur. This era is embarrassing to boxing if it don't. Well, it's salute to my man Jermaine Bean, but we ain't gonna do that, dog. We can't be coming up in here saying that man gonna go to jail, man. I don't wish jail on no man. We can't. Let's not do that. I fuck with you too. You know, Jermaine Bean, you my guy, but we ain't gonna do that, man. Tank ain't going to no jail, man. We can't say that shit. And honestly, I don't think Tank is going to jail. I think that Tank is. They gonna give him a little probation.
They gave him home detention already.
Okay,
they gave him home. Yeah.
No,
they gave him home detention already. He started the shit right after the fight with Ryan. He got 6 months on home detention.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm from here.
And then with that home detention, they gonna let him leave to go train, or if he got engagements to go out of town for some shit, he can leave. But you know, I mean, we know how that shit is. And with good behavior, he could get off early. So he rich, man. What you think they got them lawyers like that for? That he ain't rich and got a motherfucking beast of a lawyer like that. Cause I mean, you gotta assume he got a beast of a lawyer if he got all the money he got. I mean, come on, man. That shit is all about money in the judicial system when you got that much money like that. Now, if he
money
had to win
that bullshit gonna run a marathon.
Right. If he had to win in there with a public defender, now he would be going to jail.
Yeah. He be looking like Adrian Bone and shit. I just get money from my friends. I don't know. Al Haney, Mayweather. He be looking like Adrian Bone out there. I'm trying to tell you. He be looking stupid as shit up there. Well, Adrian Brown, who are these friends? Well, I don't know. Just
Gervonta Davis. I mean, Al Heyman. I mean, you know, I got a lot of friends that give me money.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But I got to give it to Adrian Broner though. Adrian Broner looking good right now, yo. I give it to him.
He's staying focused, man. I love it.
And I love it.
Focused, man.
He's staying focused and he trying to stay away from the bullshit.
Yeah, right. Hey, man, going broke and make you do this. Hey, he went broke and they put that bag. He was like, fuck this shit, man.
Yeah. He about, what he say in Walmart? I don't need no change. I'm AB, baby.
Hey, that nigga AB. Hey, they say that nigga AB went back to Walmart searching for that change he threw.
You motherfucker right,
Hey, they say all them hundreds he threw down that toilet that one time and flushed. He said that nigga was all in the goddamn sewer system searching for them hundreds. Like, god damn, why I do that shit?
They coming up smelling like public shit. I can't find it. I can't find it.
That nigga AB said, man, I threw a whole bag down the toilet and flushed it one time, man. We need to get them shits. They still down there.
Yeah. And then he talking about I can't find it. I can't find it.
Oh man.
But AB my man though, yo. I got him coming back strong though. As long as he stay focused, he gonna come back strong, yo.
I mean, he might be strong as far as lifting weights. I agree with you on that. You know, motherfucker, he looked like he pretty strong in the shoulders and shit. But I can't see Adrian. Like, I wish the best for AB. You know, I love to see him staying focused. You know, he don't even got to fight it. He's still been staying focused, still training. As far as I know, I seen him put a video up. He was helping his girl train, and he looked like, you know, he in a good space. Plus, he got some money from Don King. So, like I said, I wish the best for him. Now, as far as would I put some money down on him to beat anybody, unless they probably C- level fighters? No, I'm not putting I don't see him beating nobody at the top level at 140 pounds. But
I don't need
Diana, what's going on with the Queen? Salute. But yeah, man, AB, man, I don't know. What Jay Grant said, he said June. Okay, let's. I want to see him fight Michael Williams, man. Give Michael Williams a chance. If Michael Williams can heal and have his jaw, and be ready in June, I'd like to see him give Michael Williams a chance, man, because they really wanted that fight. It was a big opportunity for Michael Williams. Now, I don't think Michael Williams was gonna beat him, but it was still a good opportunity. Anything can happen in boxing.
Anything can happen in boxing.
Anything can happen, but I think I wanted to see that kid get a chance, man. Oh man, that was a whole big mess, man. That was a whole big mess. And yeah, I gotta put you on mute. There's a lot of noise in the background, my man. Yeah, Brian Francis says that kid Michael super tune-up. Well, I mean, that's what they was looking for. And no disrespect to Michael Williams, and I'm not saying that he was a super tune-up, but I mean, that's what he was supposed to be. That's what he was supposed to be. He was supposed to be a super tune-up. But yeah, man. Get the smoke, man. Get the smoke. What's up with Bill Haney saying the link? Get the smoke. The link is in the chat because I seen you talking that shit yesterday, and you was defending Bill Haney, saying that basically it sounded like you was on the Shakur Duck Devin before train. I might be wrong, but you was also defending the shit about Bill Haney saying that it was a publicity stunt. So I think you might need to get some smoke with that. Get the smoke might need to come get some smoke. Because Shakur want all of that smoke. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? He said he gonna make it look easy. He said he gonna smoke that boy and make it look easy. He gonna smoke him like a goddamn brisket or some pulled pork. What you want? You like brisket or you like pulled pork? I don't know, but honestly, I don't think that I don't think if they do fight, it's gonna be no easy fight for Shakur. I definitely got Shakur winning the fight, but it ain't gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? The sparring wasn't easy. Like the sparring wasn't even easy. Like, yeah, Shakur was getting the best of the sparring, but it wasn't like Shakur was just making it look easy. Like they was both going at it. Get the smoke, don't turn down no smoke. There he is. What's happening?
What up, man? What's happening? So yeah, no, I never call Shakur
that. No nick and poop. Don't call me no goddamn nick and poop.
No. You're never easy work. You're never light work. You're not eating. No, and nothing. And you don't slack in any area. But I feel like we're not on the same page when it comes to that publicity stuff. But I think we can get there. I never call Shakur a duck though.
So what was your argument yesterday?
What was my argument yesterday? I'm not sure, man. You know how many goddamn arguments he gives through on the panel. But yeah, when it comes to publicity stuff, if you know that the guy, like the whole world knows that he has a fight, and you also said you didn't know you can jump the line, and yeah, you call the guy up, you say something on camera, then you call the guy up and say, yeah, they just made me say it. That's the publicity stuff. I don't know what that means to you, what it is for you, but that's the publicity stuff. He knew as soon as he opened his mouth, he wasn't about to get that damn fight. So why the fuck you open your mouth? It's publicity. That's why.
He's talking about as far as when.
As far as when the thing that started that whole thing about Bill saying he's a publicity stunt. Because, Shakur called out Devin after his fight, after the Conceição fight, right? They stuck the mic in his face and they tried to do their little top rank scapegoat dance. Let's call a dude out and then protect you, right? Like, so they try to do that shit. And Bill was catching heat for it. So Bill called it what it was, a publicity stunt. And then Shakur got his feelings about it. Like, why are you telling people that I called you up privately after that? You're not supposed to tell people that. But he just got mad at the way that it was
Shakur never said that
as a publicity stunt. But that's what it was.
Let's back up a little bit, get the smoke, right? Yeah. Because Shakur actually came when Bill Haney and I think it was Bill Haney and Devin, they was doing their little live, whatever it was, and Shakur pulled up. That ain't how the conversation went. He didn't say why you. Nah, the conversation Shakur pulled up with some smoke. He like, bro, don't ever talk about I'm publicity stunt. Like, don't fucking say that. It ain't. Don't use those words, publicity stunt, because y'all already know I want all of the smoke. I ain't pulling no publicity stunt with nobody. That's how the conversation went. And then they was going back and forth. And then Bill Haney actually agreed with Shakur Stevenson and said, okay, well, I might have misused the word publicity stunt. And we understand, we know that you want all the smoke just like we do. That's how the conversation went. And basically, to sum it up, that's how it ended. They all agreed on all parties, Bill Haney included. He agreed that, using that word publicity stunt, he misspoke, and that he agreed that Shakur Stevenson wants to smoke also, right? So
no. I'm sorry, you're not done. Go ahead. So that Bill never said he misspoke. Shakur just got mad. So Bill said to him, "What did you?" Hold up a second. Bill never said he misspoke. What Bill said was, "I'm sorry that it offended you. What would you like for me to call it?" And you know what he got in return? Crickets. You know why? Because anybody who understands what the meaning of a publicity stunt is knows that that's what Shakur was doing. Shakur just got mad that it was a publicity stunt and says, "I really want to fight." But nobody was saying that he doesn't want to fight. He just said what he was doing was the publicity stunt. You don't call somebody out in public and then call the person up that you called out in private saying they made me do it.
Okay, that's get the smoke. Stunt. Let me say this. Hold on. But they all did agree, right? Shakur agreed that I know Devin ain't ducking me and Devin to fight me. And Bill Haney and Devin Haney, they agreed we know Shakur ain't no duck and Shakur will fight us. So they all agreed. So all of that publicity stuff to me, that shit is null and void at that point, right? Now, that shit's old, because at that point in time, Devin Haney still had business to take care of. Shakur Stevenson had never even fought at the division. Now let's move forward.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. The publicity stunt part, but the ducking part, never. I don't think Shakur is ducking.
Now let's move forward to right now. Because my man Bill, and I rock with Bill, but Bill said it was a publicity stunt just yesterday. Now, right now, ain't nothing a publicity stunt about Shakur Stevenson wanting that smoke. Ain't nothing publicity about that. Because now, Shakur Stevenson, he didn't triple back, and said, look, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we all know that both of them want to fight Gervonta Davis before each of them, right? Both of them want Gervonta Davis if Gervonta Davis is willing to take that fight. But if Tank is off the table and they get to acting like accountants and shit over there, well, the fight to be made is them too. So Shakur Stevenson realizes that. Now he know, okay, now this is real. Ain't nothing, y'all said it was a publicity stunt last time. Now I'm calling y'all out again.
Right. So do you think, all right, so if they both have the same promoter and they both have each other's phone numbers and they've known each other since they were children, and Bev has known him since he's children, if you want to make a fight, just make the fight. Yes, it's honestly publicity stunt, bro. Like if you're doing it if you could be doing this in private, but you're doing it in public, you're doing it for publicity.
Well, get the smoke. When you say publicity stunt to me, right? Publicity stunt to me means that you're bluffing, right? You are basically a publicity stunt. Let me make a perfect example. You know, the nigga that you see, right, y'all in public, and he get the woofing, acting like he want to fight, but he knows it's 100 people that's gonna hold him back, so he get the barking real loud.
Yep.
But you know he don't really want to smoke because he got 100 people that's in between them that's gonna hold him back and ain't gonna let him fight, right? So he get loud. That's fronting. He pulling the publicity stunt. He's stunting. He faking.
That's one way to do it.
That's what I see. Like, to me, that's what publicity stunt is.
But there's more than one way to do it, though. There's another way to do it, knowing full well you don't have to call out people in public. Okay. Like Jack Johnson had to travel all over and follow my man everywhere he went, right? Because that guy wouldn't fight him. And yeah, if you got to call somebody and chase them down because they won't fight you, that's not a publicity stunt. But if you know the guy's busy, You know he's about to fight somebody. He's got another fight scheduled. You've been for calling him out since knowing this the entire time he has other fights. Not only that, you can call this dude up and make a fight. Like, what are we doing here? Well, it's not like Devin said, I'm never fighting you and blah blah blah. So now you gotta hunt me down. Like, this is dumb, bro.
Well, see, this
I mean, I understand 21st century marination and fight promotion, so I get that they need to like put these guys together and build the fight up to be big and all this stuff. But yeah, this is all publicity stuff for me. Like, these guys can make a fight whenever they want.
Well, it just depends on, you know what I'm saying, what a person what a person meaning behind publicity stunt is. My whole thing is, right, you want, right? Okay, so they ask him, right? They want to hear who he want to fight next. They always asking these guys, what do you want next? So, of course, if he wants Devin Haney next, Devin Haney is the king of the division. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get this straight. Gervonta Tank Davis is the most popular fighter in the division. Devin Haney is the king of the division. So let's not act like the belts don't mean nothing and all that bullshit. Devin Haney is the king of the division, right? So, of course, he gonna say, if he wants to fight Devin Haney, the one that got all the straps, yeah, I want to fight Devin Haney, right? And he's letting it be known. And then he did another interview to let it be known again, right? So you want the public to know. Because us as fans, as the public, we don't want them to be quiet and go behind the scenes. Yeah, we also want them to go behind the scenes when the time comes and say, hey, let's make this fight happen. This is the fight that I want. But we also want them to do it in public also. So we, as the fans, know, do you really want that smoke? Once you put it out there, right? Once you put it out there to the fans is going to be on your helmet. This is what he said. The whole world heard what he said. Now move on those actions, right? Now, as far as going behind the scenes, right? As far as going behind the scenes and going to Bob Arum, yeah, he also has to do that. I want Devin Haney to answer that call too. But right now, Devin Haney got to get past Vasyl Lomachenko.
Yeah, that's my point.
But let me finish what I'm saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna make your point for you also, right? But he can't go to Bob Arum right now and say, let's sit down and make a fight with Devin Haney. Because Bob Arum ain't trying to hear that shit right now. Bob Arum is like, shit, I don't even know if Bob Arum has a winner between Devin Haney and Vasyl Lomachenko. We know that Bob Arum loves some Vasyl Lomachenko. He's wishing and hoping and praying that Vasyl Lomachenko can beat Devin Haney. That's first on Bob Arum's agenda. So I don't think that he's going to invite Shakur Stevenson to sit down and talk about fighting Devin Haney next when Devin Haney got to get past Vasyl Lomachenko. But Shakur Stevenson is talking about it because Shakur Stevenson said on several different occasions, I think Devin Haney going to smoke Vasyl Lomachenko. I got Devin Haney smoking him. And after Devin Haney smoke him, I want Devin Haney. It's simple as that. So they can't really talk about having a fight with Bob Arum until after Devin Haney get his shit done. But I can tell everybody that I want to fight Devin Haney. And I'm not pulling no publicity stunt. I'm just letting everybody know. But somebody
okay, so here's the thing. So I understand that if Shakur Stevenson, like the implication that Shakur is pulling a publicity stunt, meaning he's really talking about it but doesn't want to fight, that's not what's happening. What's happening is he doesn't have to go through all these things. He knows that Devin is busy. So all of this like pressure on Devin, the supposed pressure, is ultimately a publicity stunt because we all know that Devin can't actually even like what are you supposed to do? Fight two guys at the same time, the same night? Like, of course not. So all this is Shakur keeping his name relevant next to the big guys right after an impressive victory, which is what you're supposed to do. This is just like marketing. I'm not trying to like hate on anything. You're supposed to build this fight up. These young men, when they do get in the ring, I want them to make as much money as they can. But like, let's be honest. Devin Haney is fighting Lomachenko. Devin Haney shouldn't be responding to Shakur. He should be focused on Lomachenko, and Shakur should be rattling his saber and making as much noise and bringing as much attention to his name to calling out Tank or Devin or whomever. Like you said, Tank is the most popular. Devin has all the belts. So both of those dudes should be in Shakur's mouth And both of those names are in his mouth. You know why? Because that's how you market in the 21st century. You can call it publicity stunt or not call it publicity stunt. No one's saying that Shakur is like capping. He's not lying. He would fight those guys. But we both know Tank and Devin are busy with different fights with guys who are more proven, at least in the division. I mean, even I guess in respect to the division, depending on what you think of the Ryan fight. But I don't know. That's where I'm coming from, and I think that's where Bill was using publicity stunt, because Bill is saying, you know what? It's not that hard to make a fight. It's Jay Prince, it's me, it's you, it's Dev, and that's it. And you know, Bob Arum is also pushing for that fight. So it's not like this is just after this one. Like, Shakur is doing his due diligence, making sure that he is a custodian for his own career, being vocal, all that stuff. But all that's just for the publicity. It's not really because guys ain't trying to fight him. Like the way that your call-outs are supposed to work. Call-outs are supposed to be like, you want to make sure, like at this point, they've already called each other out. We've already seen them back and forth and all that shit. So we don't need the call-outs at this point are redundant, right? It's just a date. What's cracking after the Loma fight? Bob Arum said he wants to get him out of there. We need to see what Bill is saying. Bill said he's going to stay there for 2023. Then to say who they're going to fight next. I'm interested. The popcorn is popping, but I'm not like, all of this shit is a publicity stunt for me. But that doesn't mean to say that Shakur is full of shit.
Okay, well, like, I don't really have no smoke with nothing that you said, because see, your definition is different. You dig what I'm saying? You have your own definition of a publicity stunt. Basically what you saying is like, he's doing it to basically keep his name out there, to bring attention to himself, to keep his, people talking about his name. But you also saying that you do believe that he actually really wants to fight.
Hell yeah. He needs these fights. He needs these fights. Shakur is the one who needs these guys. These other guys, like Dev and Tank, they have options. Shakur, if you don't get the Dev or Tank, then his run at 35 is looking kind of bleak.
Well, they all need each other, but
they need each other eventually. I'm saying they need each other for their careers, but they don't need each other for 135. But if Shakur needs one of these dudes for 135.
Let's go back to the other point, right? So what I was saying is right, but your definition, that's your definition, right? And I don't have no problem.
No, I'm saying that's what Bill was saying. Right? I'm saying that's what Bill was saying. When Bill said that there was publicity stuff, that's what Bill was saying.
Bill got to explain what he's saying.
No, that's what I'm saying. I got the whole fucking thing. He was like, yo, you call me up.
I see Bill in here. Salute to Bill. But if Bill can grab the link and explain that. But this is my thing, right? When you say publicity stunt, a lot of people, if you know this just as well as I do, get to smoke, they're going to run off and they're going to translate that to, well, Bill is saying that Shakur is bluffing. He don't really want to fight. He's just basically acting up in front of the fans and he don't want to smoke, because that's what I felt that Bill was saying. When I heard Bill say publicity stunt, and like I said, Bill can speak on this situation for himself better than I can and better than you can. But when I heard Bill say that, to me, it translated to motherfucking Shakur Stevenson. He's just saying that shit in front of y'all, but he don't really want to fight Devin. He don't want no smoke with Devin. He just saying that shit, right? Now, Bill Haney, and salute to Trill Bill. He says, first time questionable, second time proves a very intentional, right? So that, again, what are you trying to say, Bill? Because like I said, I don't think that Devin Haney will duck nobody, right? I don't think that Devin Haney will duck nobody. I also don't ever see Shakur Stevenson ducking nobody, right? So, but Bill, are you trying to say that Shakur Stevenson really don't want to fight Devin Haney? Because if you're saying that, I'll have to disagree. Also, Bill, I know y'all want to smoke with everybody. But I heard you on the Boxing Voice, Bill. And like I said, if you got time, you could grab the link, but y'all got to talking about splits, 70-30, and what you want him to do behind the scenes and all of that. I think it's simple as, if y'all stand at 135 and Shakur Stevenson is there, it's simple as both of y'all going to Bob Arum and saying, look, we don't want to fight nobody else but each other. Make it happen. I think it's that simple. All that other shit is just extra. You know what I'm saying? If Tank Davis is not on the table for neither one of y'all, you know what I'm saying? If Either one of y'all pursue Tank Davis and he is not on the table, well, it's simple. Y'all under the same promotional banner. Well, Devin Haney will be a free agent. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what Devin Haney will be a free agent, right? But you still have the option to go and say, look, we want to fight Shakur Stevenson. We'll go ahead and sign for a 4th fight. This is the fight that we want. But you said that you went and asked for Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor also. They at 140. If you stand at 135, you can't fight them. So it's like I would like Bill to be able to come up here and explain this shit himself. You know, that way we don't got to go back and forth, and he can clear it up. You know, make it more clear.
Yeah, like for me, like Bill can't always, and hopefully, he has some time to jump on there, so I can just be quiet and listen to the cook. But yeah, while he's not able, there's only the one Bill Haney, and there's a lot of chatter going around, and rightfully so, about that. We need some clarification. But I think that's what happens when you have options. I think these are good problems. Bill definitely, incensed a lot of fan bases with that duck tree, and some of the guys' favorite fighter might have caught some flack on that duck tree. So they got a lot of work all over the map. They got some Tank work. They got Shakur work. They got Teofimo work. They got work. Let's get to it. Let's find out who's going to be fighting and when and all that stuff. But right in front of them, they got that Loma work. He's one of the oldest people on the duck tree. He might be the root of the whole duck tree. So, yeah, let's get him out. Let's get him out. Let's line him up. I thought they'd always fight at 147 just because I think 147 is a much more lucrative division. So all of those boys, before they retire, I think they're going to fight it. I thought they're going to fight each other at 147. But I don't mind being wrong. I would love to be wrong about this. I would love it if they fought at 135 or 140. Get one of those fights in and maybe fight 2 or 3 times as they move up the ranks. I'm old school like that, but I'm just saying, looking at the way boxing's working right now, they just started getting linked together. They've just been in the same division for the first time. I don't know, maybe it'll just be for pride's sake, for whatever. It's still a big fight, so it's not like it's not a lucrative fight. I'm just saying the way that the sport looks to be, they try to maximize every damn fight for every penny they can get. So I'm just being patient, and I'm not trying to. I don't know. It is what it is. I see people get all up in their feelings about getting fights when they want them, and I'm just a little bit more sanguine about it. If I get it now, I'm good. I'm not about to call Shakur a duck, not about to call Tank a duck, about to call Devin a duck. But if anybody did want to call those guys a duck, I'm not even going to get involved in that shit, man. That's just too. It's the way the fights get fucking promoted these days. That's my take.
So this is my thing, right? Because I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh man, these dudes ain't gonna fight until they go to 147 and whatnot like that," and all of that fight need to marinate. And I don't agree with that shit, because I'm still I know it's a whole new day and age. These fighters don't even have the same mentality that they did when I was coming up, and shit is different. It's just a whole new day and age. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to accept that shit, to keep it 100. I probably will never accept that shit. But all of that marinating the fight, if you look at back in the day, them dudes would fight young, right? They fought young, and then they would build that narrative. They fought again down the line. So why can't Devin and Shakur fight at 35 and then later on down the line fight again at another weight division? That way they have a storyline. They got a huge storyline, and people, that's how they used to do. Motherfuckers, they might have fought at one weight division. They didn't meet into a whole different weight division, but that story was built, and that's how a lot of the fights were sold. But
yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. That's what I'm saying. That I don't see any reason why you wouldn't do that outside of just the the other market forces in boxing. Like, guys used to fight more often back then. There was a lot more, promoters were willing to shell out a little bit more money. The distribution for fights was different. It's just a different day and age. So while I would love to see these dudes fight 3 or 4 times. They're young as shit. They're right now in their prime. I don't know. I feel like this is how you build legendary careers, is by your matchups that you meet over and over again, kind of thing. But that's just my past experience. That doesn't mean that they can't do it a different way. This generation, this era, it's just, I would prefer one way, but I'm not trying to beat up these young boys because I can't remote control grown ass men. Like that. That's it. I'm not into that shit, bro. Like fight. I like these guys. I want these boys to fight. I'm going to be watching all of their fights, regardless of who they fight. I'm rooting for all of them. So, I mean, it's not even like that. Like, really, it's only my own preferences, right? My preference is they all get it on at 35, to get it on at 40, to get it on at 47. We see them fight 3 times. At least.
I mean, that's the idea. I mean, but we don't see that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, one of these dudes lose, Shakur fuck around and lose to Devin, or Devin fuck around and lose to Shakur, or Tank fuck around and lose to one of them, or one of them fuck around and lose to Tank. The whole fucking boxing world, oh man, they got exposed, man. They need to retire, man. He ain't what he was supposed to be. He was exposed, man. He was a fraud. And that's why a lot of these motherfuckers don't be wanting to fight each other now. Back in the day, it was like, shit, you lost. It was cool. You fought the best. You got your respect because you fought the best and you lost. And then y'all turned around and y'all ran it back. Now it's, oh man, he needs to retire. He got like all that. These fans is different now.
Yeah, and it's like, even if you look at both the Dev and Loma fight and the Tank and Ryan fight, both of these fights have been marinating for years. They didn't just come out of the blue and all that shit. They've been marinating these fights, man. And this is what I'm saying about Shakur. And like, Shakur is the first guy to have his name. These are the first names that he's been attached to. He's been looking for accolades. Like, he wanted to become undisputed at 130 like 6 months ago. Like, he's just the dude's body didn't allow him to do his thing. Like, we're talking about the Josh Warrington fight and like how the pandemic interrupted that plan, right? He was on a collision course, and that was supposed to happen after Michael Conlan fight and all that other stuff. But yeah, he couldn't make the 126 anymore because of the pandemic. Now he moved up to 130. He was looking to become undisputed at 130. Bob wasn't feeling the undisputed. He couldn't make weight anymore. So now we finally got him attached to names in divisions with exciting fights. But none of these fights are marinated. They're not built up. Not the way Loma and Devin's been built up for years. Not the way Ryan and Tank's been built up for years. It's just not. It's just purists like us that remember the way it used to be done. And not only that, we live in it like, give me what I want fucking right now. And boxing, it doesn't have a lot of great fights. These are great fucking fights and great fighters. These don't grow on trees like that. So there's just a lot. To me, there's a lot going for why they should fight now. But I also understand probably why they won't.
Yeah, man. And y'all smash the like button. Smash on the like button. It's free. It don't cost nothing. Make sure that y'all hit the like button. Like I said, everybody can take time out right now. If you didn't hit the like button already, and do me that favor and smash the like button. But I don't know, man. Like I said, are they all gonna fight each other? I mean, that fight right now is, to me, the easiest fight to make. That fight is easy to make right now. I don't think we should be talking about going around that fight. I'm gonna stick to what I'm saying. If neither one of them can get Gervonta Davis next, they need to be fighting each other. Now, I understand business. Now, if Bob Arum put a lot of money on the table and tell Devin, look, in 2023, because Bill told me that he's staying for the rest of the year and he is defending them titles, right? But if Bob Arum say, look, we got a whole lot of money on the table for a pay-per-view fight between Devin Haney and Josh Taylor, or Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. If Teofimo Lopez fuck around and win, which I don't think he gonna win, but if he do, then I can't really look at it as Devin, ducked out, because that is a big fight also. And we know Bob probably will put more money on the table for that fight. You know what I'm saying? Because then now you got two different fan bases. So I do understand business, but if you don't fight Shakur Stevenson or Gervonta Davis, and you also don't fight Teofimo Lopez or goddamn Josh Taylor, the winner of that, and you come off and fight somebody else that ain't now one of them, now I'm gonna be looking at you sideways. That's just my take.
I mean, I hear you, man. Listen, it's a brilliant way to go, right? So like Tank can get Gamboa and nobody gives a damn. Like, everyone praises that shit as a move-up fight.
Don't say nobody. Don't say nobody, because I got on his helmet about that shit.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, okay. So sorry, I was defending Tank for fighting Gamboa moving up. Let me put it that way. Let me put it on me. I was defending Tank for fighting. I heard all kinds of concessions being made for Shakur fighting Yoshino. Like, that's actually everybody else's fault that Shakur fought Yoshino. It's not Shakur's fault at all that he fought Yoshino in his first fight at 135. But
he couldn't handcuff them niggas and make them get in the ring with him.
Okay, I mean, I hear you. Listen, I get it. It's not make them get in anyway. Like, I heard Jermaine Ortiz saying, I want that smoke. I prefer seeing Jermaine Ortiz off of a loss than seeing that guy we just fought. But that's a different subject. I'm not even here for the top-ranked scapegoat tactics. I don't even care about that. All I'm saying to you is this idea that this whole, like, let's hold these guys to some impossible standard that we don't really see in boxing. I'm not going there with it. It's just not. It's nah. These boys are too young. They're too talented. They got too many damn options.
Knockout, man. What you got?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I bet. You're going to be working with Top Rank in the future with the Loma, after the Loma fight. Is that safe to say that you guys are going to continue to work with Top Rank, even though you may be able to go do this or go do that? Are you guys going to continue to work with Top Rank?
No, it's DHP. It's DHP.
So you guys partnership with Top Rank anymore after the Loma fight?
No, we don't have any deal on the table. They've not put any deal. They've not put any deal on the table for any fighter outside of Lomachenko, whether it be anybody, Shakur or anybody. There's no other deal offer for that.
So what fight do you guys? How we go from no offer to a fourth fight? How we go from no offers for a fourth fight to you going in their office and you talking to them about a fourth fight? Which one was it? Because I talked to Bill Haney personally, and that's what he told me. Wasn't no offer. We ain't talked to him about nobody else. We ain't did none of that shit. Now all of a sudden,
hold on, knockout.
What's up, bro?
I thought you had Bill Haney on the line.
No.
He's playing a clip. No.
Okay, play that back. Because I'm waiting for him to continue to talk. Play that back one more time.
No. That's what he told me. Here you go.
I thought Bill Haney was on the line and shit.
Here you go.
He came and tricked me and shit.
Top Rank anymore after the Loma fight?
No, we don't have any deal on the table. They've not put any deal. They've not put any deal on the table for any fighter outside of Lomachenko, whether it be anybody, Shakur or anybody. There's no other deal offer for that.
So what? So when you talking to me, ain't no offer for a fight. When I'm asking questions, ain't no offer for a fight. You ain't talk to him about a fourth fight. It's Loma, then it's DHP. 2 weeks old, Wawa. 2 weeks old. Now all of a sudden, we done went to their office. We asked them about Shakur. They said no Shakur. They gave us Teofimo. They gave us Josh Taylor winner. We did this. We did that. But that's not what I was told, bro. And this be the shit with y'all, bro. Like you Devin Haney fanatic. This the shit that get me, bro. That really take me there. Because it's like you either you think I'm stupid, or you allow them to play you like you dumb. It can't be both, bro. Just like he can't go up to 140 and stay at 135 at the same time, even though they said they doing both in a span of 5 days apart from each other. It can't be both, bro. You can't in one breath say ain't no offers. Y'all ain't talked about no fight other than Loma, and it's only the fourth fight, and ain't no fourth fight ever been talked about. You can't go from that shit to we approached them about a fourth fight, but they said nah, we ain't even thinking about nothing but Teofimo and all this extra shit that y'all be doing, bro. And everybody just want to ride with it. Everybody just want to act like now all of a sudden Devin Haney got options and shit. He can do this, he can do that. But you'll call other people ducks and shit for far less. For far less, the man can do no wrong in a lot of people's eyes, and I'm not even calling him a duck yet. What I am saying is that, bro, you gotta respond. You got time to talk about Raymond Ford. You can't just say I'm gonna whoop Shakur ass. You can't say nothing. Now all of a sudden we hearing about 70-30 splits and shit. Now all of a sudden we hearing about all this extra shit that don't make no sense, that ain't got nothing to do with what we want to hear from. Y'all talk for the people. Y'all want to be the people's champ, right? Y'all want to get that respect. Well, you get that respect by keeping that same energy no matter who it is, no matter what's going on. And I'm hearing all this shit go around. And I'm hearing people that was there that day, bro. I'm watching people in the chat that was there. They heard him tell me. Y'all heard this man tell me that they ain't talked the Top Rank about not a nan for a fight. Y'all heard him.
How long ago was this again?
This was on my live 2 weeks ago, bro.
2 weeks ago, I was on that panel. Got off the panel with Bill.
Y'all heard him say that. And then you listen to him go all around saying, well, we did talk about it for a fight. And y'all don't question it. You don't call it into question. You don't bring it up. You don't do none of that shit. You don't do none of that shit. But you still ride with it, bro.
Now you think that he could have now Bill Haney, do you think, since then he could have went and asked for that fight? I'm just asking the question. Do you think that since then he could have went and asked for that fight? Like, to me, I'm gonna keep it real. And if Bill Haney in here, I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't know if he asked for no Shakur Stevenson, because all the other shit that he's saying to me sound like that. Yeah, he probably asked for the Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez winner, but I wasn't really convinced that he went and asked for Shakur Stevenson. I ain't saying he didn't. I'm just saying that I wasn't convinced. But let me read this super chat, and then I'm gonna let you continue, Knockout. Trill Dollar Dream 2, what's happening with it? He says, bro, he said they approached him like 2 days ago, and he said there isn't any offer on the table, but he's trying to secure a fight with Shakur if they win. I didn't hear it 2 days ago. I didn't hear that, but I didn't hear the Shakur because I heard the interview on the Boxing Voice, right? And what I heard from Bill is that he wants Shakur Stevenson to basically, he said he wants Shakur Stevenson to do all the extra shit that he was doing with everybody else that he said ducked him. So
this is my thing, bro. Like,
I'm not saying he ain't saying that. I didn't hear that.
So if he went to him 2 days ago, why we ain't hear about it until everybody seemed to be on their helmet about this Shakur thing? That's point one. The other point would be Bob Arum. Only way he said it was unrealistic, because I see Johnny Q in the chat. He says if Devin moves up, it's unrealistic. But if Devin is at 135, he's letting you know that's the fight that he wants to make. And I just find it funny that we're to a point where 1 minute they say everything but let's fight. Then the next minute is when somebody says let's fight, they call it a publicity stunt. But I'm looking at the publicity stunt. I'm like, damn, that gotta be a real ass motherfucking publicity stunt, because not only did he call you out publicly, he also moved up to your weight class. Not only did he call you out publicly and then move up to your weight class, he also called you out publicly, moved up to your weight class, and made himself all but the mandatory by winning the WBC title eliminator. Seemed like he pretty fucking serious to me, bro. Seemed like he pretty goddamn serious to me. Because those are the things that people do typically to get in position to challenge for a belt. They fight title eliminators. They make themselves the mandatory. They make themselves the number one contender. So that when it's time, that champion has to either vacate or fight them. So how can a man that's doing everything to put himself in position for the fight, he got his promoter saying that he want to make the fight. He's saying that he want to make the fight publicly. He didn't do no Gary Russell Jr. shit and call you out from featherweight and then stay there the whole goddamn time like Gary Russell Jr. loves to do. No, he called you out and actually moved to your shit and then took a title eliminator to become your mandatory.
But hold on. We ain't gonna throw Gary Russell. We ain't no Gary Russell slander going on in here. We not finna throw no Gary Russell in here. Go ahead and continue.
No, ain't no slander. I mean, that's what he did. He called everybody out in another weight class and he's still a featherweight. I mean, that's not slander. That's what happened.
He couldn't get to fight with none of them, so why would he move up?
I mean, you got to show you really want it. Shakur showing he really wanted by actually putting himself in position for it. So
I don't think that anybody and
to me, bro, and I'll be quiet. To me, bro, all of this shit, it's cool to just say I'm focused on Loma, but I whoop your ass. But it's everybody's ducking you if they don't do shit on your terms. But then you don't want those same rules to apply to you. So if and I'm not even, again, I don't think Devin is ducking. I don't even think Devin is ducking nobody. I ain't there yet because I'm fair in my analysis. But what I am saying is that if you're a Devin Haney fan, and I see y'all in the chat saying I don't want Devin and Tank, you couldn't be further from the truth. That's the fight that I want above all else. But this is the hottest topic right now. This is what everybody talking about. Y'all just don't like what I'm saying, but I ain't told them not one motherfucking lie. That's it. That's it. But what I'm saying is this: if we gonna call what Devin Haney and his fans call a duck, if Tank is a duck for not sending you a contract and you tied up in the rematch clause, if Tank is a duck for not sending you a contract when he got 2 fights made and you got the Loma fight made, if he's a duck for not calling your bluff on the whole Top Rank shit, if all of these other fighters are ducks, bro, if Lomachenko is a duck for not fighting you when you were his mandatory, well, shit, Shakur Stevenson is the same place you was in when you was calling for a Loma fight. If all of these other people are ducks in these situations, somebody explain to me why we can't at least look at Devin Haney and say, well, the same shit that you wanted Loma to do when he was on top and you was his mandatory, the same shit you wanted Tank to do when he was the A side and you was tied up, the same shit you wanted all these fighters to do that you claim was ducking you, why can't we get you to do the same shit that y'all called them ducks for not doing? And then if you don't do the shit, we apply those same rules to you. Why
I mean, it sounds good to say.
Let me read this comment at the bottom of the screen, and then let me read the super chat. So he says Bill said on Champ's side yesterday that he went to Bob's office yesterday and asked about a 4th fight. Okay.
Yeah, things change. It's a fluid situation. You know, you can't.
But let me read this super chat real quick.
It is like you can't live tomorrow off fucking yesterday's promises, can you? Like you got to get up in the morning and work, right? Go ahead.
I said I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think Bob Arum could. He had to be the one. He is the one in the middle of all this that can actually answer all them questions. Did Bill Haney go and ask about a fight with Shakur Stevenson? Like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We can't call Bill Haney. We can't say that he's lying in this situation because we don't know. So you either have the option to believe him or not believe him, or just stay neutral and say, you know what, I'm not gonna say I don't believe him. I'm not gonna say I believe him. I want to hear from Bob. So hopefully we can get this answer from Bob. You know, somebody can get these answers from Bob. But $1 Trillion Dream in the super chat again, he says, dude just explained what a publicity stunt was. Dev got a fight with Loma, a real threat, not no Yoshi. So he needed to focus on that. I think Dev should have responded via Twitter. For sure. But y'all niggas keep talking about, oh man, Yoshi. Man, a lot of these other opponents that Tank fought and that motherfucking Devin Haney got on their resume wasn't no better than that dude. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, Shakur ran through that motherfucker like some goddamn wet tissue paper. Now everybody went, oh man, he went and fought that motherfucking bum. And then he's elite. Shakur is an A+ fighter. So he made that dude look like he wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? We know that dude stopped Nakatani. I'm not saying that dude Yoshi.
Oh man,
hold on.
Everybody stay with.
Hold on, Knockout. I'm not saying that dude Yoshi is a fucking world beater or nothing like that. But everybody now, all of a sudden, right? You knew he was fighting this motherfucking Yoshima Yoshi or whatever the fuck his name was. Y'all knew that shit before he fought him. Y'all been knowing he was gonna fight him, right? Now that he go out there and fight him and dismantle him, now everybody want to talk shit. Oh man, he fought this bum. Man, that was his first fight in the division, right? Y'all want to talk about that, but nobody want to talk about all them other motherfuckers that he was trying to get to fight him, and they were like, nah, hello? Yeah, we got a fight on the table for y'all. We'll take anything. It's Shakur Stevenson. no habla English. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden they forgot how to speak English and shit. You know what I'm saying? They was ducking them. So yeah, he ended up having to fight that dude. And he made him look like, you know what I'm saying? He ran through him like some fucking wet tissue paper. He do that with all these dudes. Y'all didn't want to give him no credit for fucking Valdez. Oh man, Oscar Valdez wasn't shit. Well, he was 30-0. Oh man, he ain't shit. Conceição. Well, Conceição was a gold medalist. Oh man, he fighting motherfucking Conceição, Conception, and he ain't shit. Come on, man. Well, Nakatila, that motherfucker. Oh man, but he ran against Nakatila. He didn't want to get hit. It's always a fucking excuse when Shakur Stevenson make these dudes look like they ain't shit. But when it comes to the fighter that you like, whether it's Devin Haney, and I fuck with Devin, you know what I'm saying? Or Tank Davis, they fight a motherfucker on the same level, then it's, oh man, he showed why he's the best in the world. Same shit they be doing with Bud. Bud go out and fight a bum. He showed why he is the best fighter in the world. Come on, man.
What's funny is I think you're missing the Bud and Shakur connection in this thing. Like, yeah, these guys are not that good.
No, it ain't no motherfucking connection.
No, these guys aren't that good. The same guys are with Bud. Are you talking about how Bud is the best fighter in the world, but he's not fighting the best competition? That is what's happening with Shakur right now. And you know what? It's not even that. It's the same thing that was happening with Loma. It's the same thing that was happening with Loma too. They were talking about how Loma was the best guy, but he wasn't fighting the best competition, right?
And I mean, and people are saying Devin Haney is the best guy, and he.
I got you, but at least with Loma, you can say that it is the best. Who's saying that Loma's not the best competition now?
But I'm saying it's no connection because
35 years old.
I mean, I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he's not like this Loma beats old Loma. I'm just saying if you're asking who has the best resume at 135 pounds, it's Lomachenko.
I agree with that. It's just, and I'm not. I agree with you on the resume shit. It's just funny. It's like, so we making it about knockout and Tank fans are just trying to protect Tank against Devin. But when Tank had a fight with Ryan and we trying to talk Tank and Ryan, you keep throwing y'all keep throwing Devin into it. Now Shakur just called out Devin on Saturday, and we want to talk about Shakur and Devin, but now y'all want to talk about Tank. It's just crazy the shit that people do to try to deflect from the conversation that's the big conversation to have right now. Right now, Tank and Ryan is having their goddamn media workouts and shit. They about to fight in a week and a half. Shakur just fought and he calling out Devin Haney. That's why people are talking about it, bro. Like I don't understand that. I don't understand that type of shit, man.
I mean, it's right. So when it comes to the whole duck thing and like same energy and like I mean, look. While Devin or Bill was calling Lomachenko a duck, almost nobody agreed with that. They're like, "Oh, well, you fighting for undisputed, it wasn't even undisputed. And if you fighting Tio, how you gonna duck Devin?" Well, I mean, if it's good for the goose, good for the gander. Before you start talking about if you don't fight this guy, he's a duck. Why don't you see who he does fight to see if he's ducking that other guy?
Now you see, and that's my thing, bro. Like now you want to wait, now we want to wait. Like I've been waiting.
Here's the thing. So here's my
energy. Hold on, Smoke. I've been waiting, bro. This been my energy the whole time. That's why I say Devin ain't ducked nobody yet. That's why I say Tank ain't ducking. I've been waiting, but Devin Haney fans, bro, y'all ain't been wanting to wait. Now y'all want to wait.
Wait, hold up a second. You know, Devin Haney fans are not a monolith, and neither are Tank fans.
Hell no, bro.
Come on a second. You know, Devin Haney fans are not a monolith, and neither are Tank fans. I am a Tank fan, unlike maybe you're a Tank fan, but I think we actually are a Tank fan to a large degree, the same, right? But some Tank fans are not like either one of us. Like that, some Haney fans are not like me, right? All I'm saying is when it comes right down to this whole thing, like I did a live months ago about this three-headed monster, but with that Andre Ward and Floyd built with Shakur, Devin Haney, and Tank Davis, and how they was rearranging the game below welterweight, right? I still maintain that. That's what's happening. But now you got fans who are we have three fighters that split the same damn fan base. We love these dudes for real. It's just like a bunch of shit talking to get in the ring so we can talk our shit to one another. But it's like I guess is you got to play one-upsmanship to this degree. Like I was a person who called Tank a duck, but because of what Tank said. But then I heard the entire quote, and I stopped doing that. I called him a duck for like a week. Like I've Tank's whole career, I called this dude for a week, but it's based on something that he said. And then when I heard the whole quote, I was like, okay, I can't really hold Tank on that. He didn't know it was a rematch. So, but if you say to me, like, I want the winner of this fight, then you should be doing something to get the winner of that fight. The same thing was going on with Shakur. Like, I need for Shakur not just to be in front of cameras. Now that I know that these dudes got each other number, we know that Jay Prince makes fights. We know that they have the same promoter. All I need is for this thing that we're seeing, the publicity stuff, to also be mirrored in the back room. I need for Jay Prince to not just be like, oh yeah, like when they fight, it's gonna be cool. No, I need the fight to be made. That's what I need at this point.
But Smoke, it is though.
I don't know if I read this. Let me
you missed a couple. There's some more down there too.
Let me read these super chats. I don't know if I read this one, but my man $1 Trillion Dreams, he says, dude just explained what a publicity stunt was. Dev got a fight with Loma, a real threat.
You read that one.
Okay, I did read that one.
Yeah, one up under. He got another.
Let me read the next one.
And then there's two more.
Yeah, my man $1 Trillion Dream back again. He said Shakur just had his first fight at 135. Pump your brakes, homie. They gonna fight. Sheesh. But the time is now. The time is now. Shakur, it's some fighters that's on that level to where they don't really need to. Oh man, they need a few fights in the division, and he's on that level. You know what I'm saying? We know it. Whether y'all want to admit it or not, he don't need to wait. He's been on that level before he got to the division. He one of those fighters that could have stepped up and been in a huge mega fight. Like, it's funny that it's not too many fighters that's willing to do that now. That, like, okay, I'm young, I'm on that level, I can go to the next weight division. Bam Rodriguez, that's why you got to respect him. Devin says, Shakur, let's fight. Haney fans, Tank scared. He says, Shakur, let's fight. Haney fans, Tank scared, laugh out loud. Hold on. You crazy as hell, dog. Let me see what else I missed.
There's two more down there, bro.
Okay, yeah, let me see. My man Renaissance Dad says Shakur he says Shakur could have skipped the line. Man, with the belts he had at 135. Nah, bro. Salute to BFTV, right? Salute to BFTV, because nobody was saying that shit into BFTV. See, that's how I know niggas listen to BFTV and said that shit. Nobody said that shit until BFTV came up with that shit.
Right? Yeah, I said it right there on the day. Right when all the Shakur fans was like making them excuses, man, that was the worst day of boxing. That was so embarrassing. All those damn apologists for this dude being fat, like, I couldn't believe it. Anyway, go ahead.
Like, man, come on. Y'all got to stop using BFTV points, man. Let him have that. None of y'all would have never thought of that shit, man. For real, let's just keep it 100. And respectfully, it's some bullshit. Like, we already went over there, but I'm not going to, no, Shakur wasn't skipping, petitioning for shit and getting no fight with Devin Haney. Like, that wasn't happening. But I don't even want to get into all of that right now. But Planet 619 says, folks talk ish about Yoshi, but silent on the dudes who ducked prior. He says, tell me they'd react similar if Shakur Stevenson beat Frank. He says Frank Martin would just be a contender. Yeah, that's what they would have said. But oh man, Frank Martin, man, he hadn't proven himself. He just, who had he fought? That's what they would have said. Ain't no way in hell I think Frank Martin can beat Shakur Stevenson. Get mad at with Frank Martin.
Come on, man. You know full well Frank Martin carried more weight in these damn streets than Yoshino. Like, come stop it.
No.
This is some bad coke.
Hold on.
Oh, he a world beater for beating Michael Rivera now? That's what he's doing?
But Nakatani?
Like, yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on. Let's clear it up. I would not say that, right? But I'm saying that people, right? A lot of people that just don't like Shakur, they would have came with that shit. They would have said that. I wouldn't have said that shit, but come on, man. You been on this YouTube.
Yeah, they would have got said, yeah. And I get you. I'm just saying, but I feel like, again, But this is just the same fan bases trying to talk a little bit of shit for their guy.
Right.
No, it's
My man
not.
Ultraman says, "Hey, what up, fellas? Man, salute to Ultraman in the building."
Hey,
But
man. So
yeah,
so on the stuff that you were talking about, bro. Number one, I'm reading it and listening to y'all too. Shakur did put himself in position because people got to understand. Loma is a WBO man, though. Teofimo Lopez exercised the IBF mandatory when he fought George Camboso. So by being the WBC title eliminator, that's the next one to get called. So after Loma, the next mandatory is gonna be Shakur's mandatory to WBC. So he is in position. He did put himself in the perfect position to get that fight next after Devin fights Lomachenko, and whoever wins that fight. And then the other thing is, Key done said it and he done alluded to it. Like, we cannot, the only way we should shit on Yoshino is if Shakur moved up and he just picked Yoshino and they fought a title eliminator. He moved up, they ordered Isak Pitbull Cruz first. Isak Pitbull Cruz ducked that man, bro. Then they ordered William Zepeda, who I love William Zepeda. He throw 100 punches per round. Got like a 94% knockout ratio. Must see TV, bro. He got bumped up to the main event on April 29th because he was the Virgil Ortiz and Stanionis co-main event. Now he the main event. I love William Zepeda, but he ducked Shakur too, bro. And then they fell on Yoshino. And before Yoshino, they tried to see if George Kambosos will fight him. George Kambosos said no, bro. So it was 3 way better opponents that were higher in the WBC rankings that Shakur and his team sent offers to and were ordered to fight first. They ducked that man. They chose to go in different directions. Yoshino was the only one willing to try to fight him to put himself in position to hopefully fight for a world title. So you can talk about Yoshino all you want to, but if you're going to talk about Yoshino, talk about the other 3 people that we all consider to be higher ranked lightweights, that we all consider to be better fighters. Talk about those guys who ducked Shakur Stevenson first before you mention how trash Yoshino is. Put it in its full context, bro.
Yeah. So I duck. So geez. Maybe. William Zepeda said send a contract. They sent the contract. Top Rank said, yeah, this is not. It's not enough. But basically, business speak for it. There's not enough pie. There's not enough money in this pie. Sorry, this pie is not big enough for the both of us, and it's not big enough for us to send our fighter over to your network, right? Yeah, I don't know about Will Collins, William Zepeda a duck. Isaac Pitbull Cruz. I mean, you could if you want. I'm not like, listen, we use the term duck really liberally. I'm gonna see if I can stop using it so much so I don't have to come back once I find out more information and all that shit. But whatever, we can do whatever the hell we want. If you want to call a guy a duck, you call him a duck. I'm just saying that William Zepeda seemed about that action, and it seemed to be more about the suits blocking it than William Zepeda. Like and same thing with when it came to Pitbull Cruz. They're trying to get that tank smoke. You know, it is like if you want to call Shakur a boogeyman, but because nobody gives a shit about a WBC title eliminator because their names are big enough to get title fights, actually. But whatever, call them Duxton.
Yeah, and y'all smash the like button. Let me read these super chats, and then I'm gonna get to John Norrie because he ain't got the cook, and I'm gonna go to my man Money. $1 trillion, my man $1 trillion Dreams back in the super chat once again. He says, just to clarify, I like Shakur. He said, I like that Shakur called out Haney. I would have liked it. He said, I would have liked it if Dev responded. If Haney beats Loma, that fight should be next. Somebody got a lot of noise in the background. I think that's Money. Yeah, that was Money. You got a lot of, man, take them goddamn fucking them goddamn cord earbuds off, Money. And then Diana, the Queen Diana in the super chat, she says, this is boxing. Nice. And salute to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Now, as far as the comment that my man $1 trillion Dream said, I'm not tripping on Devin Haney not responding right now, right? Because he put a Twitter up and he says basically his main focus is to stay focused on Vasyl Lomachenko. Vasyl Lomachenko, it ain't no pushover. So I really don't even need to hear Devin Haney responding to shit. That's what Bill is for right now. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not tripping on Devin Haney responding to Shakur Stevenson or nobody else right now because he got business that he has to handle. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. He got his business he got to take care of. So now afterwards, if he get to keep it quiet after he beats Vasyl Lomachenko, if he beat Vasyl Lomachenko, Then I'm gonna be looking at Devin Haney like, hey, what's going on with you? What's the problem? But I'm not tripping on him not responding right now because he got work to do. He got somebody he needs to be focused on. But John, man, go ahead.
Salute ECB, salute panel, chat. Man, I just had to come up, man. They shot me in the chat, dog. I don't know who it was. Somebody was in their feelings, man. I didn't disrespect nobody. They shot me in the chat.
They blocked you?
They shot, yeah, man. They timed me out in the chat, man. I ain't never get timed at none of these spots, man. Y'all gotta chill out. Chill out with that, bro. But
y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill, man. Y'all gotta chill.
Yeah, ain't no disrespect, man. I respect everybody's channel. But
yeah, that's what I thought. I thought Loma was a WBC man, though. I think that is the case. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but when it comes to this Devin and Shakur, man, here's the problem. No one thinks Devin is ducking, man. Everyone got a lot of respect for Dev. He a young champion. He the undisputed champ. You gotta respect that, man. You gotta put, you gotta put some credit to his name, man. No one thinks he's ducking. The problem is you can't be all active on the internet when Tank is fighting. When Ryan is going back and forth chirping with you, when all these other fighters are chirping with you, but when the guy who's second in your division on your side of the street says your name on television, you don't have nothing to say, not nothing. I can't get no little tweet, nothing. You can send out sparring footage, you can do all this back and forth, you can talk about the team behind the scenes, you can talk about what you did in sparring, but when this guy who's second in your division, going by the rankings, the belts, as you guys like to say, that matter the most, more than what the fans want, more than what the networks want, and more than what the other teams want. This is what the fans have supposed to respect, the belts and who holds them. The guy who's coming after you, who calls you out twice on TV, you got nothing to say to that. That's a problem. And we're not talking about no casuals here. All of us are hardcore fans who are in the chat, who've been supporting all these different channels, who've been supporting the Haneys for a long time now. We're all hardcore boxing fans. We know boxing. This is not no casual talk. And we've been seeing the way he's been moving this whole entire time. Now, you can get away with the slick talk with the casuals, but we hardcore boxing fans supporting you guys. And we noticed the energy change. I just did a debate on this, and they were talking about who really the boogeyman. I told y'all. I tried to give y'all the blue. I told y'all. When he gets all them belts, you cannot start playing politics of boxing one day and then you want a legacy fight another day. You got to be consistent with it. And if you're not going to be consistent with it, then if you're going to do it one case at a time, then let's do it one case at a time. Let's not switch back and forth. If Bud's a duck because he didn't sign the contract, okay, then Cepeda's not a duck. But you can't keep coming back and forth and I don't want to fight Shakur because I'm trying to get this money fight. He called you out, bro.
Well,
we're going by your rules. He called you out. You got to at least respond and go after the Tank fight. But you cannot just we're not going to start making up excuses why we can't have the Shakur fight because we got Tank and this and that. Look, we can get the Tank fight. But if you think you're gonna go for Tank and push Shakur out the way and shit on on everything he done to put himself in the spot, and then we're not going to even acknowledge the fact that he's the number 2 guy on your side of the street, that's not going to happen, boss. You got to answer the smoke.
Well, let me say this real quick, John. We can't jump to conclusion and get to acting like Devin Haney is ducking nobody, right? I want to make that clear because we don't know. We don't know. Like he has business to handle. Like, I mean, we can't just look at Lomachenko and act like that he just some type of fucking pushover. Lomachenko is a real threat to anybody. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker can fight. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. So his focus needs to be on Lomachenko. His dad, right, does more talking than he does regardless. So Bill Haney, he's the one that does the responses. You know what I'm saying? He's the Bill Haney. That's why he has Bill Haney. That's why he has his father in the position that his father is in, right? And he can do the talking right now. Devin don't need to be talking right now. So I got to disagree with you on that. I can't jump to conclusion and say, oh, man, his energy is changing. He just ain't said nothing because he's focused on his fight. Now, like I said, we have to be patient. We got to see how his energy is if he beats Lomachenko. And then we got to see, okay, He gonna have a mic in his hand right after the fight. Right after the fight, he gonna have that mic in his hand. Everybody gonna be looking at him to see, okay, do he say Shakur or do he say Tank or do he say both of them? That's when I'm looking at Devin Haney energy. Right now, Bill Haney doing the talking.
All right, I just got one more. This is my last rebuttal. Now we can pass it on to Money. That's cool. I respect that. But when Ryan Garcia and Tank fight, and if Tank knocked that boy out and he called out Dev, I want to see you with the same focus. The same focus that night. That's all I got.
Okay. Bet.
That noise still going, Keith? You good?
Yeah.
I wanted to jump up here and say one thing about the situation. They keep talking about the Shakur should have petitioned for this and petition. Listen, bro, you know who the baddest motherfucker is, and when they go up to the division, they gonna put themselves in position anyway. It doesn't matter, bro. So they keep talking about how Shakur missed weight, and oh man, he missed weight on because motherfuckers not saying that he missed weight on purpose.
Yeah,
right, Keith. So now he missed weight on purpose because he knew he would have been able to petition to fight Devin the Dream Haney when he move up. So now if he missed weight and don't have the titles, now he can just move up. And he can just fight anybody. That's the dumbest, stupidest shit I ever heard in my life, bro. The man knew he was going up anyway, so he said, fuck it, I'm not going to kill myself to make the weight if I can't make it, right? Everybody know who I am. I'm Shakur Stevenson. I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers in the game, like everybody will say he is, right? But now when it comes to Devin Haney, it's just that he's doing all this word shit, and he just talking so he won't have to fight Devin Haney. That's the dumbest shit ever, bro. Now, when he went up, it doesn't matter who he was going to fight, bro. He was going to put himself in position for a title, regardless. If Devin got all the scraps, so who else he's going to fight who? You see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who Shakur Stevenson fight. He go put himself in position for a title contender, right? And who got all the titles? So it don't matter if it was the WBO, the WBC, the IBF, the motherfucking Super W. It doesn't matter which title it was going to be. He was going up. And Shakur Stevenson, being Shakur Stevenson, the 2-division world champion, everybody know he one of the baddest motherfuckers in the division. Once he go up, he go get his opportunity. So stop talking about, oh, he could have petitioned this and he could have did this and he would have been right in position to fight this fighter. He still would have to fight somebody at the end of the day. He still would have to fight somebody. So it don't matter what scrap he's going for. And then when y'all get to saying shit about, oh man, we have to be patient. That's all I was telling people when they was on that Gervonta Tank Davis shit. Be patient. Let them dudes go in there and fight they fight because they got 2 big ass fights coming up that they can fucking lose. You know what I mean? And I'm happy that Devin is staying focused on Loma. I'm happy because he need to stay focused. He really do, because he don't have the power to skirt Lomachenko, but you gotta be right mentally. So it's gonna be a chess match now, and Devin got to be all the way on point. And if Devin was to move up to 140, I won't say that he's ducking no fucking Shakur Stevenson either. You feel me? I won't say that he's ducking Shakur, just to the point that it's just being realistic, bro. Like, you don't have to prove shit to nobody if you feel like your body can't make that weight. You know what I'm saying? Now, credit to them, they understand that. Look, if we go to 140, the big money fight's probably at 135, right? We go to 140, who's up there, and 140 is a little bit more dangerous as well, but not saying they're afraid to go up there. But to them, the big money fights to them is at 135, so they probably chance it for one more fight. You feel me? Let's see if we can get Tank or Shakur ass, you know what I'm saying, for this one last fight. We take make the sacrifice and do what we got to do. The same shit Earl doing with Terrence Bud Crawford, right? I chance it if it's going to be Terrence Crawford, not no fucking Keith Thurman, right? If it's Keith Thurman, he can bring his punk ass to 154. But if it's a Tank, right? If it's the money, right, then damn right, we'll make the sacrifice to make 135 again and do what we got to do. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, let's stop playing all that. Shakur Stevenson could have petitioned this, and oh my God, he missed weight. So, this and that. Stop all that word ass shit, bro. He coming to 135. If the man got all the scraps up there, Shakur telling you that's who you want to fight. We still up under the same banner for the most part right now. Because like Bill say, they fight for their freedom, and I don't know what that shit mean, right? But if they really want to fight,
hey, don't come on here with that shit.
Hey man, let me speak my piece, bro. Come on now, everybody else speak they shit. We fighting for our freedom. This is a freedom fight. Like he motherfucking what's that movie? Motherfucker with Mel Gibson. You know what I'm saying? Screaming freedom and shit before they chop his damn head off. We fighting.
That's Braveheart, man. What?
Right? Nigga ain't fighting.
Braveheart.
You're a free agent either way. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at the situation, bro, just come down to the point. If they want to make the sacrifice for Shakur, they'll make the sacrifice. But like Bill came on here and told Keon, like he once said the shit. So we stand at 35. We ain't going nowhere. And if Tank ain't next, then it's Shakur Stevenson. So shit, it gets no plainer than that. But you gotta let Devin go and put his business down, because this is a big ass fight that he got coming up. His biggest fight of his career, in my opinion. I know he became undisputed with George Kambosos, but Lomachenko name holds more weight than George Kambosos, right? So let's just see if he go out there and get the job done, and then they become a free agent. Do they negotiate with Bob Arum to make this shit happen? That's what it's gonna come down to. But Shakur ain't ducking shit, and I don't think Devin Haney ducking nothing either, bro.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I don't think now one of them is going to be ducking. But like I said, I am going to be looking to see what Devin Haney does and what he says after he beats Vasyl Lomachenko. That's it, you know.
Let me ask you this. Do you think this is a publicity stunt saying that Tank and Shakur can fight winner takes all? What Coach Cal and Shakur talk about on Twitter right now?
What happened? Run that back.
Yeah, so Shakur talking that shit about I guess Coach Cal said something about Yoshino, right? So Shakur came back and said something, and then Coach Cal basically said, "All right, if you're so confident, you versus Tank, winner takes all." And Shakur said, "Yeah, he's good with it." Like, is this a publicity stunt? Do we
winners
really
take
think?
all of what?
Say again.
Winners take all of what?
Take all. Winner takes all.
That's business.
What, the money?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Man, that
business.
shit ain't gonna never happen in the sport of boxing.
Exactly.
Man.
Is that a publicity
That
stunt?
shit can definitely happen,
right?
Come on, man. That shit ain't gonna
Whoever
never
brought
happen.
that shit up is some bull. Who said that shit?
Coach Cal said it, and then Shakur said, "I'm good."
You know, Coach
shit
Calvin's full of he. Come on, bro.
That
We
shit
know
ain't
that he
gonna
just.
never happen.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
That
it's
is
not like these guys won't fight, but it's not just because they're willing to fight each other, they're above publicity stunts. Shit is a publicity stunt.
We about to see Tank and Ryan. It can happen if the money's right. Depending on how this fight does, it can happen.
They said it was Coach Kenny, not Calvin.
Bro,
Coach Kenny.
winners take all, and money ain't gonna never happen in the sport of boxing ever. I don't give a fuck how much a fight.
Okay, that part was bullshit. But outside of that,
ain't gonna never happen in the sport of boxing, bro.
Now one of them are getting the ring for no winner. Like they not doing that shit.
Nigga lead the ring with nothing. You got a whole team. You got to pay. You got to family out
there.
Yeah,
that
all I'm saying is like
that winner takes all shit is bullshit. But they could fight for sure.
To fight. But let's also admire their willingness to do the dirty in front of the fucking cameras. They're selling each other. They're selling fights and they're selling themselves. Like, stop it with the stuff. Like, let's call it for what it is.
Yeah, that's just
all that shit is. All that shit is for us to talk about,
make a dollar,
and make videos about. That's right.
I'm just saying, a lot of the PBC guys, they want to fight Shakur. They don't really say Devin there. I mean, they don't like the way his numbers be looking. I've been noticing that.
Want to fight Shakur? Who on PBC want to fight Shakur?
I've been noticing EJ calling. He calling for that Frank Martin smoke for Shakur. You got Tank is saying his name more. I'm noticing that.
There. John Norrie, stop right there. So you saying that Frank Martin wants to fight Shakur?
I'm saying EJ was calling for the Frank Martin fight. I didn't say anything about Frank said it.
Frank Martin.
I didn't say Frank. I said EJ calling for the Frank Martin fight.
No, he ain't. That's a lie.
EJ said down the line.
You know what I'm gonna tell you? That's a lie.
Go ahead. Tell me why it's a lie.
I did a video on that. And Frank Martin said that fight does not make no sense right now. Why would we fight right now to make, you know what I'm saying, a M or two when we could let that fight get bigger and we both can fight down the line when we both got bigger names and the fight is much bigger. And he also said that Errol Spence said the same shit. So EJ is calling for that fight down the line, not right now.
I didn't say right now. I'm just saying I'm noticing that they saying his name more and they not saying Devin's name at all. That's what I'm noticing with the PBC guys.
I'm gonna tell you like this: ain't nobody calling for Shakur Stevenson. Like I ain't heard none of them niggas over there calling for Shakur Stevenson.
I mean, if you don't get the Devin fight, you're gonna need a big fight sooner or later. So we'll see.
I'm with my brother Key on that one. I ain't heard no motherfucker come out and aggressively, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, Shakur, I'm on your ass. Or Shakur, yeah, I don't see nobody jumping for that kid like that, bro.
Somebody said Edwin De Los Santos wants Shakur Stevenson. I don't.
Jermaine Ortiz definitely said he wanted.
Jermaine Ortiz did it. Jermaine Ortiz will get smoked.
You
right. Wax his ass.
Nobody gonna give Shakur credit for that. Ain't nobody gonna give him shit. It's funny because I've been seeing, and this is the truth, 100% truth. I've been seeing a lot of people like, oh man, Shakur ain't got that same energy for Jermaine. Why he ain't got that energy for Jermaine? Or Jermaine Ortiz want that smoke. He don't want none of Jermaine. Man, come on, bro. He go out there and fight Jermaine Ortiz, and make that shit look like a goddamn fucking easy exhibition bout. Ain't nobody gonna give him no credit for whooping on Jermaine Ortiz.
But Key, he did have the same energy for Jermaine Ortiz. He said,
ain't nobody gonna give him no.
He said, no, I'm talking about, you said they talking about he ain't got the same energy.
Yeah, but they said
Shakur already told him that he liked what he did, right? He liked what he did against Lomachenko and shit. He said they can make that happen. So look, Shakur a realist, bro. He understand that you're not gonna get the big fights probably next, right? So if Jermaine Ortiz gonna be his next opponent, then that's what's gonna be his next opponent. He never turned that fight down. He never said no shit like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna fight him." This, that, and the third. Well, that's not his problem for people shitting on him. His job is to go out there and put money in this motherfucking bank account to feed his family. So if I can't get the next fights and this nigga is up next and he want that opportunity, sign the contract and we gonna see how bad you want it.
And Santos will get lumped up too.
Called out Kambosos after 2 losses. Well, I mean, after 2 losses to Haney, I mean, but if you want to talk about it, you need to state the whole story. Shakur called out Kambosos, called out Pitbull Cruz, called out motherfucking William Cepeda. He called out all of them, couldn't get a fight with none of them. They all said no. So, I mean, what are you saying, Wawa? I mean, like, what is the conclusion to your story? Like, what was you trying to say?
This just reminds me of Bud moving up to a thing and saying, like, everybody needs to fight me because I'm here now. This is the same shit Bud did when he got to 147. Bro, there's business here already. That's been here before you got here. It's cool that you're here and it's cool that you're good. But, yo, we'll get to you when you get to you. The business comes around.
Well, Devin didn't call out Loma when he moved when Loma moved up.
Pitbull Cruz has been getting blessed with PBC, so I can understand him probably like, no, I'm not taking the Shakur fight because if I'm going on fucking pay-per-view every time and getting a bigger bag, he's not gonna turn that down.
Plus, he knows an L.
Well, if you got a fight coming up and the money is more,
go ahead and put the L on my record.
Shit, I'm gonna take whether you get an L or not. If the bag is bigger over this way, he gonna do business over that way.
I feel what you said, but he know he can't beat Shakur. Like, I mean.
I think that's Sean Gibbons.
I can't say that he feel he can't beat Shakur. I don't know if the man afraid of Shakur or not. But I know that he getting blessed when he fighting Shakur Stevenson. That shit might be on ESPN. And if you fight on Earl Spence undercard again, that motherfucker gonna be on pay-per-view. So shit, Pitbull, get his paper.
Who you feel?
Well, here's the thing. I just think it's weird to be on.
Money? Oh, for sure, Shakur Stevenson. Hands down like 630. But I'm not saying Pitbull Cruz is afraid. You saying he know he can't? I can't say the man he afraid.
I'm just thinking.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Is Shakur talking about
him and his team know better?
If he'll fight Tank, that motherfucker fight Shakur. I just feel like he just know he doing better business over here on PBC side, right? I ain't gonna say over here to make it like it's us over on the PBC side, and the money is a little bit more. So shit, that's what he gonna do. That's where he gonna stay at. And they already talking about putting him in over Frank Morton on the situation. So shit.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. The WBC is ordering a bunch of fights against guys who weren't looking for that fight. They already have things going on in their careers. Cepeda was like, "Yo, yeah, let me go," but but Golden Boy, the Zone, they're not letting him go to Top Rank. They're not letting him go over there to ESPN. They're like, "We got plans for you over here. The fight's not big enough." And you call it a duck. Cool. I mean, I don't like the whole thing. I'm still got some fatigue from Bud and Spence. I can't just jump right over to Shakur. Just like, let's jump off the Bud thing and put the same damn narrative on the Shakur. Even though we know that the inventory is thin at 135, even though all the big fights is somewhere else, we're just gonna say everybody's ducking Shakur. He's the boogeyman. Like, man, I'm tired, man. Too tired.
I mean, we're not saying everybody ducking Shakur, but we telling you who ducking them. Them dudes, they didn't want to fight Shakur. I mean, we could call it ducking, we could call it what you want, but they didn't want to fight. Ain't nobody really, you know what I'm saying? We got Jermaine Ortiz, salute to him, right? But really, ain't nobody really jumping at the motherfucker, rushing to the dough, right, to kick the dough down to fight Shakur Stevenson. They just not.
Right. Okay. Let me ask you this. I mean, if you have at least as good options, at least as winning, and as maybe the same amount of money, maybe even more money, probably more money, and opportunities that on a network that you've already done business with organizations, promotional companies you've already doing business with. What is the point? Like, just because Shakur shows up, you're supposed to upend your plans to go fight on Top Rank because Shakur don't have a fight? Like,
At least they both on top rank. Devin was on the zone when he was calling everybody out. At least they both on top rank.
No, Jermaine Ortiz is on top. No, Jermaine Ortiz is on top rank. Zepeda's not on top rank, and neither is Isaac Cruz.
I'm just telling you like this, man. He is one of the fighters in boxing that people are not jumping up to fucking fight. Like, they're not saying just like, oh, well, no, it's because he's over there. They giving the reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Pitbull and his people was like, oh, no, he's boring. He's going to run and making all type of excuses like that. George Kambosos said, no, I just came off of 2 tough fights with Devin Haney. Like, nah, I'm not fighting him. Like, you know, it'll be a great fight. I respect him, but no, I'm not. I'm declining that right now. You know what I'm saying? They're giving reasons why they don't want to fight him. It ain't that, oh, man, he's over there on the other side of the street and we can't make that. That's not the reasons that they give him.
I understand that. Bro, I mean, I understand.
We're a tough-ass fighter, and we don't want to take that risk right now.
I mean, I understand all of that, but I just have a bunch. I'm just, like I said, I'm tired of guys like fighting on a promotional company and calling out a whole bunch of people that are not part of their promotional organization, and then calling those guys ducks because they didn't leave their situation to come to your situation.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we know what it is, bro. We know. Jermaine Bean says, check your DM, Keon. Shakur ducking. Man, here we go with that, bro. If you want to get up here, Jermaine, and you my guy, if you can't, it ain't nothing that you can send me to my DM that's gonna tell me that Shakur Stevenson ducked Devin Haney. Like, come on, bro. Like, let's stop it. But I'm gonna read it right. I'm gonna look at it right now. It says this content may be deleted by its owner.
I mean, can't check it. Loud. What do you got over?
It don't say nothing. It just said that the content may have been deleted by its owner or hidden by the privacy setting. You may be able to view it on Facebook. I can't see it. Whatever you sent me, I can't see it.
If you're talking about a text message.
Yeah, bro. It's nothing that I mean, come on now. It ain't nothing that
no motherfucking
tell me that Shakur
no day of the week. Like, right, no day of the week is Shakur Stevenson ducking no goddamn Devin. I don't give a fuck how much ass kissing you doing for Devin the Dream Haney. Ain't nowhere in here you can sit up here with a straight face, look at a motherfucking camera, look at another individual in the eye and say Shakur Stevenson ducking Devin Haney. And every time you see Shakur in the ring with Devin Haney, he whooping Devin Haney ass.
Hey, come on.
Every time. You know every time.
Yeah, that's a no-go right there. We know what that is, bro. Ain't no way in hell he ducking Devin Haney. He ain't gonna ever duck Devin Haney, and Shakur Stevenson ain't never ducked nobody. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, be thankful when you get a fighter that's with all the smoke, that's willing to fight anybody in a division. You know what I'm talking about? Like, we gotta cut this shit out, man. We gotta cut this shit out. And like I said, I've never called Devin Haney no duck. I don't think that Devin Haney will go behind the scenes and be like, Dad, no, I don't want to fight Shakur right now. You know, Dad, no, I don't want to fight Shakur right now. Nah, we ain't gonna hear that shit.
Why are you doing that voice?
You know, bro, that shit ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, here it is.
I gotta read it.
Hold on.
All right. So what's next for you, man?
We gonna wait and see. We gonna watch the Devin fight. We gonna watch the Tank fight. Then we gonna game plan to see which one make more sense. Because business wise, right now, me fighting Tank will be a bigger fight and a bigger opportunity. Yeah, it's all love.
Newsflash, that's what you wanted me to hear, bro? Like, we've been talking about this whole time. Jermaine, come on, bro. That's what you wanted me to hear. We've been talking about the whole time. We've been talking about he wants Gervonta Davis more than anybody because Tank Davis is a fight that can catapult him in boxing to a whole nother level of superstardom when people know his name. But if he can't get Tank, he wants Devin. Like, what was... I'm trying to understand, bro. That's what you wanted me to hear.
Y'all real slow, man.
That's what you wanted me to hear, and now you saying that he's ducking because he's saying the same shit that he been saying. He's saying the same shit that I talked about several different times on this show, and this show been going on for damn near 3 hours now. That's what I was supposed to hear to tell me that Shakur Stevenson is ducking Devin Haney. because he said that, man, come on, bro. Y'all got to do better than this.
And that's what we asking from Dev's team. Is just add Shakur into the equation. If you can't get the Tank fight, because y'all been trying to get that Tank fight for a long time, I understand that. But if you can't get it, don't just move up right away. Add Shakur to the equation, because us hardcore boxing fans will support that fight as well. Shakur versus Devin Haney ain't nothing to sneeze at either.
Right. So there's this one more thing. This was one issue, right? And again, it's not that I don't think Shakur is a more dangerous fight, not a better fight, all that other stuff. I'm just saying there's still some unfinished Teofimo Lopez business. You got Tank, you got Ryan, you got Teo, and those guys have been on your radar for years. Shakur just got here. Shakur's a beast. Shakur's nice. Yeah, they already chirped though. How many times is Devin Haney supposed to chirp back and forth with Shakur?
I'm just saying, let's be reasonable. If you don't get this Tank fight next, you're probably not going to get it, dog. I don't see Tank moving up to 140 to fight Devin Haney. It's just I'm just being honest. This is my opinion. This isn't even facts. It's just my opinion.
It's not up to Tank Davis or Devin Haney to get a Tank Davis fight.
That's what I'm saying.
Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney to get that fight.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
All agree that Shakur will take that Tank Davis fight and Devin Haney will take that Tank Davis fight. That's up to Tank Davis if he want to fight either one of them.
That's what I mean. So if you don't take the fight, then your second option shouldn't be no Teofimo. It should be Shakur.
Well, Teofimo got a fight with goddamn
that's what I'm saying too.
Motherfucking what's his name? Josh Taylor. He probably, and if you ask me, he can't even beat Josh Taylor. So if Teofimo Lopez lose, he ain't even in the equation no more.
Facts.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I want to ask Big Ray. Big Ray, how Teo and Taylor are ducks, bro?
Listen. All I'm saying is Teo's unfinished business. You get Teo for a vacant at 140. Yeah, a lot of Shakur fans gonna be mad. A lot of Tank fans gonna be mad. But like boxing ain't gonna be mad. Like the Hades Legacy's not gonna be mad. I mean, it is what it is.
A lot of Tank fans,
yeah, go ahead.
No, they gonna be mad at what?
Yeah, clarify.
They're gonna be mad that Devin's fighting for Teo and is not at 135 pounds. Is not fighting Tank or Shakur. There's gonna be all kinds of duck talk.
Shit. Like I said, if Devin feel like his body can't make 35 no more, then go to 30. I mean, go to 40, bro. Like I understand what Bill was coming from for us, the business side and where the bigger fights at, but you ain't Devin, and you ain't making the weight. So if Devin say he can make the weight for one more time for a big time fight and that fight ain't there, ain't no sense of playing with yourself and let me pause on that one. Ain't no sense of bullshitting around trying to make the weight if you feel like it's not worth making the weight. Go and take your ass up to 140 where you feel like you're gonna be all right there, because your ass slip up at 135 and get your ass beat, then you're gonna be looking a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if it's worth it money wise, okay. But if not, shit, gonna go to 140. Can't no goddamn fans be mad at him for him saying I can't make this damn weight no more. I became undisputed and defended it twice. Can't say shit about that. And you just beat Lomachenko on the last go round. Man, can't nobody say shit about Devin Haney on going up to 140 after that, bro.
Big Dose, what it do, Big Dose in the building. My thing is, right, Bill Haney, he put that shit in the air. He the one running around. We ain't going nowhere. We staying right here at 135. You know, so that is putting pressure on Devin Haney because Bill Haney put that shit out there already, right? In that situation, if you know that it's an option for you to stay and it's an option for you to leave, right? Y'all just got to see how your body feel when you get there. Then you should have just kept quiet on that shit. You should have just been like, look, man, we might stay at 135. We got to see how we feel after the Vasyl Lomachenko fight. If we don't feel right, then we going to move up. Simple as that. But now you didn't put that shit out there, you know, talking that shit, talking about, hey, man, we stand. We ain't going nowhere. Let all them other niggas know we stand. We defending the motherfucking undisputed. We stand right here at 135. We going to run shit. Well, now people are looking at you like, hey, you got to do what you said you're going to do. So they kind of put that upon, well, Bill put that up on Devin. I ain't even really heard Devin say if he was gonna stay or leave. Honestly, I haven't heard Devin speak for himself and say that. No, But I heard Bill say that, but that's his pops. Bill ain't gonna be saying no shit that Devin ain't okay with. You know, Bill ain't gonna say no shit that Devin ain't okay with.
Yeah, I mean, it's still gotta
Let's keep it
happen.
100. Let's keep it 100. You know, as far as this whole Shakur Stevenson ducking Devin shit and Shakur, like, we know where that came from. None of you niggas was saying that. Like, stop regurgitating what you hear another man say. Because none of y'all was saying that shit until somebody else said it, and then that shit just spread like wildfire. Come on, man.
Facts, bro. And then the reasoning behind it.
Double
it's
facts.
word for word. Like, niggas don't even come with their own opinion nowadays. They go word for word of another man and expect you to just sit up here and be like, you know what? You're 120% right. And this man come over here and say, Shakur said, I want to see the winner of this and the winner of that, because Tank.
Now your man Dean, that's my guy, but he know he wrong for that shit.
Yeah, everybody know damn well everybody in line to fight Tank. So it doesn't matter if it's Devin or not. If you get the opportunity to fight Tank, you're going to take the Gervonta Tank Davis fight, bro. That's just what it is, fam. So that don't mean that he's ducking the man, bro, at all.
That's facts.
Yeah, Cash Crypto. Like, I give BFTV all the credit for coming up with that shit, even though I think it's some bullshit and I don't agree with it. But he's the one, he is the one that originated that. Nobody said that shit but BFTV.
Wait, hold on a second. Somebody said Shakur's ducking?
Huh?
Somebody said Shakur's ducking?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying BFTV is the one that came with that, right? He is the one that originated that, and everybody started running with it because he said it. Now, like, but he's willing to argue with that, right? He's willing to give his points, whether I agree with him, and I'm gonna argue his ass down, telling him he's full of shit. You know what I'm saying? With it, and me and him, we didn't went back and forth on this already. But all I'm saying is that, right? He's able to come up with his points on why he's saying that Shakur Stevenson is ducking, right? But then everybody else followed behind him, and they using those points. It's like, y'all were never saying that shit until he came up with that, right? Now you using his points. Come on, man. Like, y'all got to come up with some shit yourself. That's where that came from. He said and like my man Cash Crypto said, BFTV, he set that trend. Like, you know what I'm saying? He set that trend, and everybody else came with it. So, you know, I mean, I'm just, that's what I'm saying. Like, man, y'all can't just run with his shit because y'all would have never thought, y'all wasn't thinking of that before. Like, the shit that he said, nobody was thinking of that shit before, dog. Nobody was even calling Shakur a duck. And he said that shit, and that shit spread, man. For real. Now niggas like, man, yeah, I'm gonna run with that shit too. No, you can't. You can't use that on me because I heard him use it. Now I need you to come up with your own reason why you calling Shakur Stevenson a duck.
All I know is, as a Bud fan, and I'll say it, when the whole fiasco happened last year, the Bud fandom had a split. You had the EJ haters, then you had the real boxing fans. We went one way, they went another way. They still, I don't know, come up with all these weird accusations about EJ and hiding in his Twitter and saying all types of weird shit. That's on them. But the rest of us called Bud out and said, look, bro, you got to fight this man. And we was all up down his timeline letting everybody know you got to fight this dude. There is no way out of it. And I expect the same thing with Dev fans, man. If he's saying at 135, I understand you guys got some business with Tank and it's a narrative going and all that sounds great. But if Tank's the A side and he don't want to fight you when he want to fight you, he want to move how he want to move, that's on him. Now, you, on the other hand, if you beat Shakur, you have a chance to be you have the argument of saying you're the greatest of your generation, dog. Well, you beat Loma into Shakur. You can say you're the best in your generation. Tank don't have to fight you after that. You might not get the money fights, but go ahead, Key.
I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up, but I'm gonna say, man, Tank is not off the hook, bro. He gotta fight one of them dudes. It ain't like if he don't want to fight y'all right now. Now is the time, especially in Gervonta Davis's career. You know what I'm saying? However you feel about Ryan Garcia, I'm gonna give him respect if he beat Ryan Garcia. You know, but it's the time now in his career because he's talking about retiring. He said it. He can't act like he didn't say look, shit, I want to fight both of them. Give me both of them niggas. So he got to stand on that. And he has to fight. If he get past Ryan Garcia and he don't rematch Ryan Garcia, he got to fight one of them. So it ain't no Tank Davis. He gets to fight y'all when he wants to or nah. He got to stand on that shit. Just like we putting Shakur Stevenson to the feet to the fire. He called out Devin. He got to stand on that. Just like Devin, he said he's staying at the division. He want to fight the best. He got to stand on that. They all got to stand on it. But I'm going to go around the panel because I'm finna close it off. And I'm going to just let y'all give you a closing statement. But what I want to know real quick is what fight would you rather see real quick? You want to see Shakur Stevenson and Tank, Devin and Tank, or Shakur Stevenson and Devin? John Nori, I'm going to go with you, and then I'm going to go with Smoke, and we're going to close it out.
Me, honestly, I don't know how long Dev can make 135, but if I had it my way, if I was the man upstairs and I could make things happen, I would do the Shakur versus Dev, and then I would have Dev and Tank negotiate and do some type of catch weight. That's the best thing I can come up with, because I can see it right away how the Tank fans and how the Tank team and how they making moves, and they try to make money moves, and I know how they mind work. I'm thinking of how we can get the best fights. If we can get all three of these guys to mix it up, that'll be the best situation in my honest opinion. Because if Dev can take Shakur off the table, he has all the belts. He beats us the second best dude in the division. He has all the leverage. If he can't get a catch weight with Tank after that, what more do you want from this guy? So I feel like that's the best situation for him. That's the way he can give the hardcore fans what they want. He can give the casuals what they want. He can come out as the best in the division and the best of his generation.
Okay. Get the Smoke, man. You heard those fights. Which fight would you want to see?
Devin Tank all day, twice on Sunday. I'd rather see Devin Tank fight twice before I see Devin Shakur fight. And that's just it's really more. It's not just the guys themselves and how long the fight's been building up, but it's also the contrasting styles. Like I think the Shakur and Dev fight is going to be a chess match of outboxing and shit like that, and like trying to outscore each other. I think the Dev and Tank fight is just a lot more exciting. There's a lot more intrigue to it. Yeah, I'd love to see that fight. I'd love to see it next. Yeah. But whichever one, I'm happy with. just so we and thanks for bringing me up, man. It's been a minute. I don't even think I've been here since Batman passed. Like, shout out to him. Hearts and minds goes out to Coach and his family as they go through what they're going through. Hopefully, it'll rest up, come back strong. But yeah, man, it's been kind of crazy being up on it. It's been a minute. But yeah, man, it's always a pleasure. I love chopping up boxing with you and your community.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And salute to you. Get the Smoke off. Man, as far as me, which fight I want to see, man, I asked the question, but that's a hard one for me because all of these guys they all got history. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I really don't know, man. I really don't know. Like, I want to see Dev and Tank. I want to see Shakur and Tank. I think I would want to see Tank fight either one of them before I saw Shakur and Devin fight each other, because
exactly.
Like I've seen Shakur and Devin spar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that thirsty as I am to see Tank fight one of them. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody putting Tank way above all of them. Like, the majority of people, they like, man, Tank is that one. Tank knocking both of them out. So I'd rather see Tank fight, you know what I'm saying, either one of them. And I wouldn't even really care if it was Devin or Shakur, to tell you the truth. I probably would want to see Shakur and Tank. I don't know, man. That's a hard one. But either one of those, it'd have to be, for me, it'd have to be Shakur and Tank or Devin versus Tank before I would pick Devin and Shakur to fight each other. But with that being said, man, if y'all ain't hit the like button, do me that favor and hit that like button for me. Man, great show. Make sure that you go sub to Get the Smoke. He got his own channel. He chopping up. I don't think John Nori got a channel. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that came in the building, and we will be back. Anybody got any words before we get up out of here?
No, man, stay blessed. Have a great week, and thanks again. Peace
Salute
to
to you,
peace to
ETB.
Jack.
Yep. Salute to you, ETB. Salute to you, Smoke. That'll be easy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And salute to everybody in the chat and everybody that was up on the panel. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And we gone. We will be back. And OTB, I see you in the building. What it do, man? You in here late, but we gone. Salute to my brother.